Happy Crimson Tuesday. A little bit late, but not too bad. I mean, well, we're half an hour late, but I said 8:30, so I'd like to think that it's actually kind of on time. Ambersine, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you so much for the resub. Artistic Coolies says Happy Crims Day. Are we going with Crims Day now? I certainly don't mind. That's how language works. It kind of everything gets kind of simplified. Either way, yes. The chroma key is making semi-transparent, Julie. Yes, the reason why Crims Day is late is a bit late today and was a bit late last week is also the reason why I'm partially transparent, which is I recently restarted playing outdoor soccer in this league that I used to play in, and the jersey is green. And yes, hello, Edenwaith, good to see you. I will show off the jersey. It's a beautiful jersey, but yeah, it kind of it doesn't really work too well, or maybe it works really well for our purposes. But yeah, I the game was from like 5 to 7, and then I like drove for 40 minutes, and then I had something to eat, and then I like just washed my face and just fixed my hair, like not even, but barely just fixed my hair. I haven't taken a shower or anything, and I didn't put any makeup on. So you're getting fresh-faced Julia for Crims Day this week. But next week's game is on Thursday, and I think most of the other games are Wednesday or Thursday, so I won't be doing a lot of late streams, and I won't be doing like, yeah. I think there might only be 2 or 3 games in the whole season that are Tuesday, and just so happens the first 2 games were on Tuesdays. Go on, Sabi, happy Crimson Tuesday. Slash Studio, good to see you as well. Haven't been around in a while. Background is looking great. Welcome back. How is your work on Betrayed Alliance going? And yeah, happy Crimson Tuesday. Happy Crims Day. Yeah, so Edenwaith is here. We can start off with developer update. I am well into developing the third new room in chapter 6. And that's going well. And also, as I'm doing that, I'm generating the list of assets that I need and stuff. And yeah, I've got this design document I'm kind of going along with. But sometimes, as you're implementing stuff, you realize you actually need a little animation here or there, or another sprite. And it's going well. I won't say that the end is near, but I can see the end. It's a clear day and I can see the end. And it's depressing, funnily enough. I kind of am anticipating the end and not knowing what to do next. Well, I mean, I've got a sequel planned, but it will depend on how the game does and stuff, what I will be doing next. And how much of my time will be spent working on the sequel and how much of my time will be doing other stuff. Betrayed is okay, good. Such to do says Betrayed is going awesome. Book 1 update is nearing playtesting build, which is very exciting. That is very exciting. Evil Tentacle, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Edenway says, I'm hoping the air quality is okay in your area. I saw a report that NYC is getting some bad air quality due to forest fires from Quebec. There's something like 400 plus fires across Canada. Yikes. Yes, we're getting it from both coasts. We're getting it from the BC wildfires. Now there's Quebec wildfires. Today, actually, in Ontario, it did smell like kind of wood burning, and it was a bit hazy. But I didn't really notice anything in terms of like being outside and running around and breathing a lot. I didn't notice anything in where I was. The games were not like in downtown Toronto or anything like that. So fortunately, they didn't really seem to affect the air quality where I was. Grundislav, happy Crimson Tuesday. HC Willard, hey, happy Crimson Tuesday, and thank you for the resub. Fantastic. Of course, Francisco Gonzalez is Grundislav, and Grundislav streams on Wild West Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, streams development of Rosewater. And Grundislav, are you streaming tomorrow afternoon? And if so, what are you streaming? Oh, yes, H.C. Willis says, air quality in Western New York is no bueno right now either. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, Grundislav also seconds that the air quality not so good. And yes, and speaking of yes, so here is the jersey. Grundislav, so I was telling you guys, okay, so Grundislav might be doing streaming some voiceover editing. Nice. Oh, good. Ace, wow. For the giveaway, the prize already came in the mail. So yes, Fourth Wall did a wonderful giveaway. They kind of came into chat a few weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago. And they gave away 3 embroidery patches. So congratulations again, Ace, for that. Luxtux asks, how's animation process going on Rosewater? Jester Jeffrey said, yes, smelled very smoky in Toronto today. CN Tower was trending on Twitter because people couldn't see through the haze. Yes, it was hazy today. Even in my neck of the woods, it was hazy. But I will turn off the chroma key so you can see. I will show the the cross stitch progress, and I will show the soccer jersey that I'm wearing today. Because yes, I came straight from the game, ate food, and then came onto stream, and didn't get to put my face on like I usually do, but that's fine. Let's do that. Filters. Turn off chroma key. Okay, so this, you can see why the chroma key is having so much difficulty with this. This is the kit that we chose. Well, we didn't choose, like the captain, the organizer chose them. This is the Nigeria kit. It says Nigerian Football Federation. I'm number 3. It fits pretty well. Everything fits big on me, but what's really cool is we got to customize the back. There. Sorry, Nancy. And of course, I was very unimaginative, and I picked my name. So, okay. Oh, H.C. Willard says, H.C. Willard, south of Rochester, New York. I thought my county was on fire for how hazy it was. It's only getting worse until Sunday, I hear. Condolences. Yes, I play soccer in a transparent Guernsey. Must be hard for the opposition to see you. Yes, yeah. So that's the. I'm not wearing the shorts anymore, but there's a matching shorts and socks. It's the whole kit, and the shorts also have the number on them and stuff. So that is the jersey that I played in today. We won, and I ultimately won because I didn't re-injure myself. I've been carrying some like chronic injury stuff that kind of got recovered, but I'm actually finding other muscles that are connected to the injury parts are the parts that give me the most trouble right now. I haven't played soccer probably in like 5 years, and a lot of stuff is weakened, and that's also depressing because the stuff that I could remember doing really easily, and the hardest part of starting a soccer season was always conditioning, like getting back into game shape or whatever, match fit as they would say. That used to be the hardest part. Now the hardest part is now I gotta like strengthen a bunch of muscles that I seem to have completely lost because just disuse. Let's see here. Thank you. I'm glad you like the jersey. And while I've got the chroma key off, we are going to show this is nearly done. The cross stitch. Only part that's left is the dark blue in where the canoe is sitting. There should be some dark blue. That black has to be filled in with one color. And then it'll be done. Completely done. Very exciting. Very exciting. But I also have my next cross-stitching project all prepped, which I will show you guys right now. Yeah, let's turn the chroma key back, and I'll be Transparent Julia again for the rest of the evening. Yeah, this is... I'm just a floating head bottom. Oh. Okay. Deluxe Dice has come a long way since you saw. Good. Oh, that's another thing. So I did the math on this, and it's 24,610 stitches is what it is. Like it's 190 by something. Hold on, let me just do the calculation. Because I don't have it written down here. So 24,610 divided by 190. So it's like it's 190 by about 130 stitches. So lots of stitches, but just as with anything else, one step at a time, one stitch at a time, and you eventually get there. Oh, I'm glad you like Cosmic 43. I'm glad you like the angel statue. And I guess, Snowy Pine, good to see you as well. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh, I forgot to turn those timers off for the Hello Playdate podcast. Oops. Well, I mean, that's still relevant. I'm still on the Hello Playdate podcast talking about recommendation dog and art direction, but I just forgot to turn that timer off. But we have reached Maximus. I'm not sure if Maximus is here yet, but I will throw up my EGA modern text parser EGA adventure game links for anyone who is interested in this style of game that I'm making, which I'll be getting into development right now. There is Cosmic Void, who is here, who just released a Game Jam game. I got that message from that Itch.io message. So congratulations on releasing yet another game. I know it's a short game, but you are just the master of releasing games, and I'm like really impressed by that. Oh, Devoy, thank you so much for the sub. Happy Happy Tuesday. Hello, happy Tuesday. Cosmic Void has successfully kickstarted Twilight Oracle and did just recently release that Game Jam game just today, I think. Davor working on Fortune and Glory and other stuff too, right? You did. I think you did. You're doing some Perilous Wild stuff. Kinney Games Signal Echo Iris is missing. Mouse Miss Enclosure 3D. Phil Fortier is making mates for Snail Tracks, and Slash Studio, who is here, welcome back, good to see you, is working on Betrayed Alliance. So that's all the stuffs, I believe. Okay. How long does it take to do one stitch? Yeah, probably like maybe a couple seconds. Maybe a couple seconds. Yeah, it's typically, yeah, like 2 or 3 seconds maybe. So yeah, you can do the math, I suppose. The letter 10, happy Crimson Tuesday too. Good to see you, by the way. Oh, nice. Oh, yes, you're doing some UI for Fortune and Glory. Yeah, I saw some in the Discord. Many entries in this year's Adventure Jam. Going to be exciting. It's the first time I participated, and I can say it's been fun. That's wonderful. That's what it looks really cool. I love that. I love the style that you use for Tachyon Dreams stuff, and also this new game. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, Letter 10, for the sub. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to quickly go into what my next cross-stitching project is, and I've talked about this with you guys before. It's going to be this wonderful piece from the Legend of the Sword, which is a game that we've been let's playing on art streams, which I will start tonight at around like 10:30 to 11:30. We will do Legend of the Sword. This wonderful graphic is the graphic you get when you die, and you see it a lot. I just think it's beautiful, and I'm going to do this one. I've already kind of gridded it out, as you can see. There's in Photoshop. Oh, Grinislav, I don't think you're going to need this one actually, but other people who do pixel art or want to do cross stitching and are working off of Photoshop, there's a way to display like a grid, and you can do like a 1 pixel by 1 pixel grid, so you can like map this out super easily for cross stitching or for other purposes. It's kind of hard to see in this image, but I also have like a crossbar here for the center of the design, because when you do cross stitching you start from the middle because it's easiest to landmark and to figure out like the whole thing's gonna be within the borders of the piece of cloth that you're using. Yes, I love this death card so much, Artistic Ulysses, and it's a really interesting style of dithering too, because it does use this like the opposite colors dithering, like the red and the green, which I really like. And I love like the artful leaves and vines and stuff. Hey, I stitched some damaged clothing together once. It looked like Chucky's face when I was done. That actually sounds pretty cool. It's not easy. Nice. 14 hours to complete a Snowy Pine? Oh my goodness. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's probably about right. Probably, maybe even a little shade more. That is that. I think that's all I wanted to show. Besides, yeah, I showed the cross stitch. Showed this. Oh, Cosmic Boy, thank you so much for the bits. Wonderful. Yes, Adventure Game Geek, happy Crimson Tuesday. And yes, Cosmic Void posted their jam game up on the Itch.io page. And I can't remember what it's called. I got the email. If you want to drop the link, Cosmic Void 3, please do. And I say GG, happy Crimson Tuesday to you as well. How are you doing? How are you and Jacob doing? Hi, Jacob and fam, and possibly neighbor Steve. Good to see you. Doing well. Yeah, I kind of rushed home. Oh, Monkey Toupe, thank you so much for the resub. Fantastic. Yeah, I rushed home from soccer today, which is why I'm transparent. Yeah, just one last time. I'm wearing, this is the jersey that we got this year, and it's very green, and that is it's not too compatible, but that's okay. Oh nice, Steve is here. James' dad is visiting from the interior. We have the whole crew. Fantastic. Hello Anna's crew. It's good to see you. Okie dokie. And yes, Anna, of course, is from the Classic Gamers Guild podcast. She co-hosts that with Paul Corman, and it's a wonderful, like, kind of like a unstructured conversation. Well, sometimes there's structured conversation about a certain topic, and I think Recently, what was the topic most recently? That, let me check my podcast, because I haven't listened to the most recent one. Enclosure, yeah, I was actually listening to the Enclosure, I was starting to listen to the Enclosure 3D one, in fact. Is that the most latest episode? Yes, Warp Cinema. Warp Cinema is the jam game that Cosmic Void completed. Okay. Great. Let's get into it then. Let's get into it. Photos. Do I have anything else? Not. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Okay. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into Photoshop. And here is, yeah, this is indeed where we are right now. Hopefully you're seeing Photoshop. Yeah, I've played soccer for a while. I think one of my early streams, Cosmic Void 3, is... Yeah, I used to play, like, competitive soccer when I was, like, up until, like late teens, I guess. And I guess my claim to fame is we were Ontario Cup champions for, I think, under 13s. And then for under 15s, we were the runners-up for that. So I played a lot when I was a kid, and I continued to do that on and off throughout my life, I guess. But because of... look of a lot of reasons. I hadn't played in, I haven't played in probably 5 or 6 years. I've had some injuries here and there. I had a moderate tear of the MCL, which is what I was most afraid of re-injuring. And it does feel a bit loosey-goosey, but this, like, vastus intermedialis, vastus intermedius is a piece of the quad muscle that seems to be super weak on me right now. I'm gonna have to just physio or rehab that. But I can just look up, I know the muscle that I need to strengthen, so I'm going to look up physio exercises and just do those. Yeah, so that's going to be... It just takes time, really. And of course, conditioning. Back conditioning. Yes, football. Yes, we call it soccer in North America, of course. But yeah, football. Football. What we were doing... Okay, so hopefully you're seeing Photoshop. And what we were doing last week was adding some, like, sense of light and shadow into this area here, right? This the industrial metal shelving. Me trying to exercise tends to punish me, eating away says. I tried to join an intramural basketball team and got injured in the first game. Yeah, it's really tough because, yeah, I mean, I played soccer my whole entire life, so I'm used to being, like, having a certain level of, like, physical ability, and when it's been a while, and, you know, as we get older and all that, and you realize, oh wait, now I can't, like, my body is just not doing the things anymore like I remember it doing, and it's just, for me, I'm pretty confident that I should be able to get back to it. I mean, it's just like a very, it's not a competitive league I'm in right now, it's just like a casual type of a league. And it's just a matter of, like, building up that strength again that is not there anymore. But it can be done. We did win the game, but for me, I've won the soccer game if I have not re-injured anything, and I didn't, so that's really good. Let's get into some of this, the lighting, and I did put these kind of guidelines here, these pink guidelines, to kind of give myself an idea of how much shadow I want to put on these shelves. Blah Holtz and Happy Crimson Tuesday, good to see you. You're British American, so you call it soccer ball. That's fair enough, Adventure Game Geek. Eating Away says, even at 25, my niece hated me greatly when I tried to shoot some hoops. Oh, you find it interesting that Canadians do call it soccer? Spanish language training... Football, yes, football. Yeah, it's funny and it is true, like, what we keep and what we dispense with. Soccer is also the more used term in Japan. Oh, that's interesting, I didn't know that. Yes, huzzah for not injuring yourself, exactly. That's the key. That's gonna let me just continue to get stronger and stuff, which is the plan. Oh, hold on, I gotta, like, shift my stuff a bit so I can see the hype train. Level 2 hype train! My gosh, I don't know how any of this stuff works still to this day. Oh yes, and Nightbot just threw up the Fireflower Games interview article that I did for the Crimson Diamond, and that one is a written article. A lot of the stuff is, like, audio stuff, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood to listen to audio stuff. So if you're not in the mood to listen to audio stuff, that particular article is just all written. Oh no, where did my layers go? Come back, layers. Okay. We're gonna get into this. So we're gonna treat this box, the Ark of the Covenant crate, we're gonna treat that shading the same as the shading above, now that we have a bit of a guide for that. You're working a quilting shop. Wandering a quilting shop the other day. Felt like pixel art for elderly folk. Yeah, I mean patchwork, of course. Like we've got our Nancy here, our lovely Nancy. Yes, digital quilting. Pixel art is digital quilting and cross stitching as well. Which yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Hold on, just let me resize this. Resize this. Okay. And okay, great. So the rules that I've been kind of trying to apply here is the stuff above this purple line. I am kind of making I'm kind of graying it out in a way. Oh wait, oh what layer was that? Uh-oh, what did I just do? Don't put it there. Don't put it there. We gotta put that in the shadow layers. Vertical shadows. Okay. Lighting. Okay. Here. Okay, great. Just gonna just do some very simple that. And then also the stuff, actually we're gonna probably do also the dark red will also be gray. Oh, Greg Best 90, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I can't, when I'm writing dialogue, I have to just, I don't know, I've got a bad habit where I will listen to I will listen to, like, just YouTube videos and stuff, but it is really better when you're doing certain things not to be listening to like, podcasts and stuff. Just trying to get the mood with music. And I'm glad, Anna, you like the cross-stitch representations of my game characters. Yeah, I haven't even done all of them yet, but, I just want to get into the Legend of the Sword one, although I should get into finishing the rest of the characters, the cast of characters. I'm like, I can do that any time. It's fine. I want to do something completely different. Bill Coon, happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh, Greg Best 90, Twitch recommending good things too. Fantastic. I'm glad that, yeah, people are also finding the stream this way. Happy Crimson Tuesday, Greg Best 90. Boa Badino. Awesome. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you as well. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, you remember watching In My Interview with Matt Barton from Matt Chat. Matt's great. I'm really glad to see he's still doing YouTube videos. Matt's good people. Deluxe Tux asks, do you write one character at a time or just bounce back and forth as needed? No, I write the dialogue via bounce back and forth. I do it like directly in Adventure Game Studio, which is something Francisco used to do, but now he's gotten more organized with it and he writes it in a different document now, which helps, I think, with localization too. But yeah, I just write directly in the engine. I kind of like it that way. Check that vertical line for this little guy, which, yeah, let's start deciding what the darker color will be. Maybe the red. Maybe the red. Or stuff. And then maybe the gray for this, the part of the statue that's darker, and then the dark gray maybe? This is where it gets interesting, because now we're trying to kind of... Oh, wait, no. Oh, what did I just do? What were the rules again? Okay, dark gray. Okay, that was going to be dark gray. Dark gray. Oh, that looks terrible. Not the gray. Not the gray. Parsing forever. Yes, parsing forever. Absolutely parsing forever. This looks terrible. No, this isn't working at all. This might have to, the bright part might have to be this color. And that part's too dark now. That part will have to be the gray. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe a tinge here. Cheat it a little bit. The Deluxe Tux asks, I wonder if there are any good party games written in other languages. Seems like a good way to learn a language. I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't know. Okay, this is where it's going to get interesting with our dragon here. What color is going to become what? Could it be as easy as making this part this color and then the other dither the dark gray? I don't know. We'll see. It might actually I might need to do something a bit more drastic here because it's not really reading as the line of the light, unfortunately. I might have to actually let's try this. Just kind of fill this all in. Oops. Let's see here. Oops. And then of course that has to be the red. And actually what I might I might actually extend this here? Maybe? Just to give some kind of an indication. And then this, yeah, this color would not be that color. What should I do? Brown? Brown? Brown might do it. And maybe gray dithering in here too. Yes, it's a lot like doing cross stitching, actually. Oop. Yeah, I wonder if there's any like Japanese text parser adventure games or something. I've never heard tell, but that would be really cool. Let's see here. And then also here. It's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, this does not look good though on this statue. It's too dark. It's too dark. Although this here maybe. Let's see. Actually, yeah. There. Deluxe Tux, I don't know any traditional adventure games in Japanese language at all. It'd be cool if there were. Oh wow, Anna says apparently there is a text parser game called Tokyo 13 that was just recently translated from Japanese into English. Oh my goodness, okay, let's write that one down. Not that I'll be playing it anytime soon, but... Speaking of that, of course, I have mentioned on stream that after Legend of the Sword, whenever I happen to finish that game, the next game I will be Let's Playing is Loom EGA. And I believe I do have a copy of it. I tested it to make sure that I do. And I will, of course, buy the VGA version. The only currently available version is the VGA version on GOG and on Steam. I will buy that. I will make a big show of buying that one, but I will not be playing that one on stream. Let's see. There's a 1987 text adventure called The Little Princess. Oh, is it? Yeah, is it based on the book? Yeah, Anna, you just totally beat me to that. Oh. Maybe that would be a good way to learn Japanese. Of course, I am currently working on learning Japanese myself. I've got a great Duolingo streak going. It's almost 900 days, but I know I should be doing more than that. Oh yes, that's right. Artistic Cooley. So there was an EGA Loom was present in that special edition physical pre-order of limited run games. That is true. That was available for pre-order. It's also very expensive. Baltimore, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. PC98 Japanese adventure games had amazing dithered pixel art. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that style. Love it so much. Yeah, GOG did not do a good job in readying Loom for sale. That's too bad. But I will pay. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not going to pay for the limited run version of it. It's a bit steep. Oh yeah, and also I was doing that thing where I'm letting the objects cast shadows. And in fact, what I might actually do, come to think of it, the blue there is not working for me in the background, and I'm actually thinking about artfully reversing the colors there, where the just to indicate that the lines are there, I will reverse this to be the dark gray there, like that, to show that there's still the bars in the back, but they're not going to be as obvious. I think that'll work. I should have been following way before this point. I think, no, I appreciate it. No, there's no time like the present, as they say. Yeah, so let's do that. These are the decisions that happen in EGA art that are exciting for me to do. Okay. And also here. Here. Oh, you know what I did? I did do. Oh my gosh, I should have prepped this. It's my bad. Okay. I went to... Oh, I can't believe I forgot to do this. Okay, hold on. I went to a couple Toronto Games Week events. And, because it's been Toronto Games Week, last weekend and this week, actually, there's some events, this week, but I'm not going to any of the events this week, but I did go to, the kickoff event, which was at a sci-fi pub called Seascape, and Ryan Clark, who is the director and the lead of a studio that made Crypt of the Necrodancer. Ryan Clark is based in Vancouver, and he gave a great talk about failures and successes and mistakes he's made in the indie game industry, in the games industry, and that was really fascinating. That was a really good talk. And I also went on Saturday, there was a presentation at a library that was also part of Toronto Games Week, where they talked about, there's two presenters. One was from University of Toronto, Mississauga, which I didn't know has a vast collection of computer game magazines and hardware, consoles and stuff like that. And so they gave a talk about preserving old games, preserving the physical media, preserving the game itself, the cultural context of those games, which of course includes, magazines and advertisements and stuff like that. And that was really cool. And what was really nice about the presentation of the library was they actually brought, and I did tweet this. There was a Nintendo. There's a Game Boy sewing machine which you could interface with a Game Boy Color, and there was an original Japanese Famicom with an actual Famicom keyboard and stuff, and a Virtual Boy, and a few of those Game Boys with the camera attached that you could take pictures of, and they actually had rolls of the thermal tape where you could print out the photos. That was really cool to see, but I didn't get a photo taken of that. Oh, Beta Human, you know Seascape? In Toronto here? Artistic Khaleesi says, if you want some Japanese text parser, the visual novel database would be a good source. Ooh, that's a really good idea. Okay. Visual novel database. Accessibility, yeah. Yes, Jester Jeffrey, the U of T Mississauga got the Sid Bolton collection of computers and games after he passed recently. Yes, massive. Yes, it's massive. So they did talk a little bit about that, which is really cool. Yes, it was really cool to see the peripherals. It was really cool to see that they still worked. A really nice experience, and seeing that people that are passionate about preserving this history are out there, which is really, really nice to see and inspiring. And I took a few pictures, but yeah, I did not prep them, which was bad. But it's always nice to know that there are events like that happening around. Actually, just for clarity, I'm probably gonna just get rid of that one. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Yes, archive.org as well. And Abandonware, has Site My Abandonware has quite a lot of Japanese games. Nice. Oh wow, you used to go to Seascape once a week? The one in Toronto here? Oh, I didn't know you were a local Torontonian, or were at least at some point. Oh, you know what I should do? I should darken the lighting situation as well in this area here, just because it would happen. I think. Let's start a new layer. Yes, Jesse Jeffy said, I was so happy when Sid's collection went to the university rather than getting broken up at auction. Yeah, that was really significant that they have. And of course now there's courses and stuff that some people can take, and those are really good resources to have. Yeah, it's really nice to see. It was really inspiring to see that stuff. Yeah, I almost feel like the way the lighting is, this would be, the head part would be casting a shadow on the other parts, in a way. Because that's starting to lose some of that form. Yeah, just a Jeffy or anyone, if you can find a link to that's Sid, the Sid Bolton collection bequest. It's really cool. Oh, nice. Okay, Spada Human lived in Toronto 8 years before moving to Japan. Now you're in rural Ontario. Oh no. Okay, like northern Ontario area, like Crimson Ontario kind of area. How rural are we talking? Like, is there do you have traffic light, one traffic light intersection type of a town? Let's see here. It's actually antenna would cast more light, I think. There it is. Yes, collections UTM Toronto collection Sid Bolton collection. Yeah, Personal Computer Museum in Brampton. Oh, I didn't know that was in Brampton before. Yeah, I didn't even know any of that stuff existed until I saw that presentation, which is so super, super educational to see that stuff. Let's see. Yeah, just keep... Gotta sometimes just eliminate stuff for clarity so that it just will read better. And also sometimes cheat some of these lines so that they also kind of read better. Beta Human, there's horse and buggy parking at the Canadian Tire and the TD. Are you serious? Wow, that's really rural. Okay, Amish country. Oh, interesting. Wow. Hope the air is fresh. Maybe it smells like horse dew. I don't know. And I was at Canadian Tire yesterday. Was not buying tires. Canadian Tire has a bunch of great stuff. And yes, I'm gonna add the lighting on the crossbar lighting that I did here, which I really like. So we're gonna do some of that. Here, in the most obvious areas. Let's see. Okay, that means to follow that same pattern, it's gonna be kind of like down here. Oh no, is that maybe thicker here, and here. Yes, the Amish country. Yes, okay, that makes more sense when you mention that there's horse and buggy parking, which I don't think I've ever seen that. Actually, thicker. Make that thicker here. Maybe make this black too. Oh, that looks weird. Okay, never mind. Oh, but let's see how what was the lesson there? Okay, so the red did become black up there, so I kind of need to follow through with that. Okay, I will. Okay. That's fine. It's minor. Oh, what Beta Human says, the Canadian TV show Letterkenny is based on the town I'm in. Oh, wow. I hear good things about that show, but I've never seen it. Either. Oh, Deluxe Tux, you see Horse and Buggy as well? And you're 100% in Amish country? Wow! Wow, Bedino, thank you. I'm glad you're liking it. I'm kind of struggling a little bit with this lighting situation. But I'm having fun, I guess. So that was this one casting. This one, I'm not going to have it cast the shadow on our idol, conveniently, but I will try to do this on the dragon. Oh my gosh, okay. Why do I do this to myself? Okay. Casting here. Would that be... casting on the purple might cast... It might cast this color, right? Or maybe the blue. It would cast dark blue. And then the lighter cyan will be cast... I mean, the lighter magenta will be cast as... Oh, why am I doing this to myself? And the yellow would be... Oh, this would not... It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. I'm going to panic. I don't believe in what I'm doing. I don't believe in what I'm doing. That's not going to work. No, it's terrible. Okay, how am I going to do that part? Oh. How am I going to do that part? Casting the shadow on that. Just gray, maybe? Gray and black. Getting too colorful is, I don't think, the idea. Oh, south of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Bilkin says, the downtown buildings in my town predate the road being paved by many decades. In historical photographs, there are horse and buggies parked right outside the same buildings we walk and drive by every day today. That's really cool. I like having the... Do they still have, like, the hitching posts? It would be cool if they preserved some of the hitching posts for bicycle things, like bicycle locking or something. Okay, let's try that again. Everything gray. Everything gray. Just everything gray. Let's just do everything gray. Oh. Also, was it June last time I... No, it's not. This is the first June stream, isn't it? Oh god. Happy June. Happy June. Not Happy June. Not Happy June. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to use some black, I think, here. So let's see. The parts that are already dark... Oh my gosh. Okay. The parts that were already dark, I'm gonna try to save. Like so. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That looks like at least something. Doesn't look like nothing. And then here, here, here. This one, and those two. Oh, nice. The Lux Talks. There's an Amish complex near me that sells farm goods, local baked goods, incredibly expensive but super nice furniture. Yes, gorgeous wooden furniture. Bilkin says the downtown was modernized as decades passed, but the buildings still remain. Many street names near downtown are from family names, often from the first families that lived on them. I remember there was I have this Michel Gondry DVD that has some of his work, including his famous White Stripes Fell in Love with a Girl music video, but also like some other stuff. And I think it was on there where it's like, it actually isn't too difficult to kind of film something that's kind of like in the past in a lot of these towns, because all you have to change are the cars on the streets and people's clothing, and if the buildings are largely unchanged, then you don't really have to do much beyond that. Neon Totem, you also have that DVD. It's a really good DVD. He also directed Foo Fighters Everlong video, which is my favorite Foo Fighters song. I think it might be the only Foo Fighters song I actually like, but that is an incredible video. He's really something. Oh, and if you go to the nearby cemetery still used today, you can find the graves. I like going to cemeteries in small towns and like seeing what the oldest graves are, and reading people's names and stuff, and just seeing the grave designs. I think it's really cool. I want to... Actually, this one and this one and this one would also be dark. I think that's it, though. That's actually not bad. Although it would be a little bit... It would follow the curve of the dragon a little bit, so we can just kind of cheat that a little bit, maybe. Here. Oh, okay, so the jam is reasonably priced, and the baked goods are loss leader, and furniture is the moneymaker. Yeah, the furniture is really cool. It's kind of too bad that really good furniture is so expensive now. Actually, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat this a little bit, like, to give the illusion. So I'm not following all the rules I set forth for myself. It's just fine. You guys won't tell on me. Booth of jams, preserves, and honey. They're stacked to the ceiling. I love stuff like that. I love farmers markets. Neon Totem said, I also like the video where the two girls go through their day in forward and reverse and they meet in the middle. Forget the name, Gondry video. Did he also direct that backwards scientist Coldplay video? Or is that just... I'm thinking of the backwardsness of that. I like his low-tech, like, special effects. And did he also did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? Did you... I think? Okay, another guideline here. Oh, he did. Okay, yeah. I really do like that movie. Jim Carrey in a very understated performance. Okay, here we go with this. The rule I'm gonna set here is what is dark gray will become what is light gray will become dark gray, and what is yellow will become light gray. That should do. And what is dark gray will become black. Okay. Alright. And then this lid. I really like the shading I did on this lid. It's gonna be a real shame to get rid of that. I'm gonna cheat this a bit more too. Okay, not bad. Okay. I don't really think I have any other news or anything to share with you guys, unfortunately. I always have book redemptions queued up, of course, though. That's part of the stream prep. Oh, I already... Yeah, I just forgot. I kind of forgot halfway that I... Oh, comments out. Thank you for the... Thank you for the book redemption. Channel point redemption, Goman-sama. I'm gonna show, yeah, I'll show this book, this particular book that I have. It's not, like, visually all that interesting, except, like, the cover is done by Aubrey Beardsley, who is a wonderful, wonderful, or who was a wonderful, wonderful artist. But yes, we'll do a book. Yeah, not too visually interesting, but I thought it was very appropriate for this particular month that we're in. It's a sci-fi book. And when you hear someone's won, like, a Hugo Award, or if you hear someone's won a Nebula Award, like, you know, at least for me, my ears perk up, in terms of, like, sci-fi writing and stuff that I wouldn't mind reading. And this book that I have to share with you today, I was saying, yes, thank you. You caught yourself saying it was still 2022 the other day. I've lost track of time completely. The author, the book that I'm sharing today is from an author who has, let's see, won 4 Nebulas and 2 Hugo Awards. And you probably never even heard this man's name. But that's one of the reasons why I'm going to be sharing this book with you today. I don't think I need to take any the chroma key off or anything like that. Here's a book called the Einstein. Oh no, I do have to take. I'll turn the chroma key off. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, all right. This book is called The Einstein Intersection by Samuel R. Delany, forward by Neil Gaiman. But anyway, this book, and you can see this is an Aubrey Beardsley piece. It's called Siegfried Act 2. That cover, yes, this cover. I'm sorry, like, it's not focusing properly. I'm sorry. But The Einstein Intersection, Samuel R. Delany. This month is June, which I don't like, but there are good things in June. June is Pride Month. And Samuel R. Delany was, well, he still is actually. You know, he was born in 1942. He's still alive. He actually he has a Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. I've got links. He has a Twitter. This man. So he was born in 1942. He's 81 years young. An American writer. He grew up in Harlem, New York. He is a gay black science fiction writer. And this particular book, The Einstein Intersection, it was in my sci-fi literature class that I had in university. One of the books we had to read. So that's why it's got all these like markers. This is still from back in university time, and there's underlines and stuff because you know we went through this book and we analyzed it and everything. And it's really one of those. It's really poetic and it's really kind of dreamy and hallucinatory. I'll read you the back here. It says the Einstein Intersection won the Nebula Award for Best Science Fiction Novel in 1967. The surface story tells of the problems a member of an alien race, Lo-Lobi, has assimilating the mythology of Earth, where his kind have settled among the leftover artifacts of humanity. The deeper tale concerns, however, the way those who are different must deal with the dominant cultural ideology. The tale follows Lobi's mythic quest for his lost love, Frieza. In luminous and hallucinated language, it explores what new myths might emerge from the detritus of the human world as those who are different try to seize history and the day. So yes, very much informed by his own upbringing, and a fascinating upbringing it was. Actually, Samuel R. Delany, his grandfather Henry Beard Delany, from 1858 to 1928, was born into slavery, but post-emancipation, he got educated. He got an education. He became the first black bishop of the Episcopal Church. His mom was a clerk at the New York Public Library, and his dad was he owned a funeral home called Levy and Delany Funeral Home. So he came from a very educated household, and he's like I think he still writes. This guy, he's like a monster. And actually, I did prep a show and tell of Samuel R. Delany. Here he is now. Here he is now. Wonderful, wonderful. This is a very, very recent photo of him. I think he tweeted this. Particular. And of course, I had to put the EGA rainbow on there. And yes, this man is a legend. And it's a book unlike books that I've kind of really experienced before. It's kind of short. It's 135 pages. And it kind of goes all over the place, but the tone and the world that it creates there's something here that's super special to me anyway, and super special I guess for the teacher, because the teacher did pick this for one of the books that we read, and it's one that has stuck with me. So there it is. Happy Pride Month, Samuel R. Delany, living legend. Check out the book if you have any interest in like super like surreal sci-fi with a lot of like mythic underpinnings. Like it's very much based on the Orpheus and Eurydice Greek myth. So there's that, and so this is all about this race of species, I guess, of aliens. They're trying to relate to these cultural artifacts that are left behind, and they find themselves recreating these cultural contexts that resonate, I guess, within their own lives. And there's a lot going on here. So do recommend it. It's a pretty short book if you do want to give it a try. I think it's still available on Amazon and other places. So anyway, that's it. Yes, it is sci-fi. I took sci-fi literature class in university and children's literature class at university, because my 3-year diploma program in illustration became a Bachelor of Applied Arts illustration, and in order for it to become a Bachelor of Applied Arts, we had to take like breadth courses. So I got to take a Anthropology 101, Psychology 101. I took like that Greek mythology course that I told you guys about. I took sci-fi, and I took literature, children's literature. Other books that we read in the science fiction class were Frankenstein and Altered Carbon, and a Robert Sawyer book, which I can't remember what it was called, but it was cool because it was based on like the Royal Ontario Museum. I just forgot what it's called. And what else did we read in sci-fi class? I'm sure we read more, but that's it. Children's literature, we did Perrault's fairy tales, like Grimm's fairy tales, like the progenitor of that, and The Secret Garden, Harry Potter, um, The Witches, I think. Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, good courses, really good courses. Oh, and also Gunda Road also says, "Can I recommend you a book from the Middle Ages you might enjoy? It's an adventure book, of course. Also, Cautionary Tale of Greed. Please do Gunda Road, and also Happy Crimson Tuesday." The book looks well loved. Yeah, I went through this pretty hardcore. I'll read you a passage actually. I'll read there's a particular passage that does really recall the Orpheus and Eurydice myth. I do love books, just to Jeffy, very much. Yeah, exactly. Regular humanistic courses. Yeah. TV Prime, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, Goemon Sums is interesting. Frankenstein is one of the books that goes back and forth as to whether people agree on it being sci-fi or not. I think one of the reasons why our professor picked it as sci-fi is because it's written at a time where it kind of, I suppose, sci-fi always kind of examines the current culture through this lens of trying to, I guess, trying to separate the reader from the current cultural context, but do it in a way that they can then relate to those same issues. And I think I can't remember what he said about this. I'm gonna have to. I probably still have my university notes somewhere. But yeah, a lot of sci-fi has to do with power and how power gets used, and power that humans don't understand. So at this time of this book, not this book, but at the time of Frankenstein, electricity was a huge thing, right? Like, hooking up electrical leads to frog legs and making them, convulse. Like, you can make the muscles convulse, right? So that was like magic to Victorians and everything. And of course, that brought all these stories about what electricity could possibly do and what happens when electricity goes out of control and all that kind of stuff. I think Altered Carbon is the same thing where, it talks about like cloning and DNA and everything. And it's an examination of what happens when these powers that we're just getting a handle on, what if that becomes something that we can no longer control? Or what happens if the wrong hands, this stuff falls into the wrong hands, and how can this be used, and how can this be abused? These newfound powers that society finds. I think that's probably the general gist of what makes sci-fi sci-fi. Of course, there's other stuff, like it's called sometimes speculative fiction because it's this idea of projecting into the future your ideas of what the future might look like, which is also really cool. Yeah, I really do love sci-fi. I liked fantasy books, I think, when I was younger, but I find myself really gravitating toward a lot of sci-fi books because of the way they handle social issues, and how we can look at our own society through what the writers wrote. And they're often very progressive too. Another set of books that I really like. I don't know why this has become book hour, I'm so sorry, but I like those 3 Body Problem books. I thought those were fantastic. Yeah, I don't know, there's something about fantasy can do the same thing as well, but I don't know, there's something really I don't know, more connected and grounded to not all sci-fi is grounded in reality, to be fair, but the way it we can apply some of those ideas to our current lives. I know, I'm just going on. Oblong thoughts. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Driftglass is a good collection of Delaney short stories. Oh, you've read some Delaney Neon Totem. Nice. Nice. Anna just finished tacos. Now we're going with James' dad to James' friend's house to hang out a bit. Sticking around until you're done talking about this book, though. I obviously need to pick up a coffee. Anna, yeah, I'm done with the book. I'm going to put the book down. Please. Anyone interested? Yes. Samuel R. Delaney. Happy Pride Month. Wonderful dude, using his very unique perspective on his life and on moving through the world as he did as a gay man. As a gay black man, and how that can be shared in all these really interesting and wonderful ways with everybody who would care to read this and others of his writings. Okay, Gunda Road has it's called Fortunatus. Okay, thank you. German book from the 16th century, I think it was. It's by an anonymous writer. It's about the son of a noble that one day meets Lady Fortune, and she gives him a wish to choose among. He chooses fortune, meaning money, hence Fortunatus, and he gets a magic pouch with no bottom, from which he can draw as much gold as he would like, and only him. Fantastic! Book hour is good hour. Another book I just finished recently was Piranesi by Susanna Clark, I think. And I found it was too short, which I guess it's that whole like Woody Allen joke about, you know, complaining that the portions are too small or something, because you're going to want more of a book if you really liked it. But I really do think it was too short. It's like 245 pages, and I wanted there to be more of it. Okay. All right, moving on from Samuel R. Delany back to Photoshop. All right. Yes, book hour. I like books. Always have. And I am trying to get back into doing more reading, to be honest with you, because I find it extremely enriching and like relaxing to do, and I don't do it enough. Sci-fi is fantasy, but the ostensible connection to science allows us to equally false comfort that someday that fantasy might become reality. That's true, Beta Human. I guess we always like thinking, oh, maybe this could be us. This could be, you know, something that could happen. Gundurad says, I like reading old books from other cultures. I tend to find modernity hidden in them. I really like reading books um, that I wish I could. Obviously, I only am fluent in English. I can't read in any other like language for pleasure or anything. But yeah, I mean, I will say, oh, what is on right now? B. Why am I getting this weird reticule? Uh-oh. Okay, that's why caps lock was on. That's why. Okay. I mentioned Three Body Problem, and I really loved the Three Body Problem trilogy because it did not feel like traditional North American sci-fi writing, which of course I've read more of that than any other like country's writing, but it was not focused on like one hero that saves the world or anything like that. The scale of it was so much larger and kind of crossed across many different people, and I found that really fascinating. And just the way that it was written, it culturally felt different from a lot of American stuff, even though it was a translation that I was reading. Adventure Game Geek asks, what were those books you showed before that were based on nursery rhymes like The Three Bears? Those were the Magic Road books. They were picture books that were really cool, choose your own adventure books for younger kids. Probably I would say like around from like 7 to maybe 10-year-old kids. They were by Kevin Scally. I was gonna say Richard Scarry. Kevin Scally, and apparently they're hard to find, but they're really good. And they were my first experience with kind of going through my own choose your own adventure books in a comfortable way. I before the kids feel ready for the actual choose your own adventure books. I really like those ones. And the only one I'm missing apparently is the Three Bears. There's I think 4 or 5 books in that series. You read some wacky sci-fi in your day, the deluxe tux? So my friend Elia also loves sci-fi, and he turns me on to a lot of these books. And there's a David Brin series called Uplift that I've only read the middle book of. There's 3 books, I think, but the middle book, I found it in a thrift store for like $2 or something. And David Brin's Uplift series, the second book is amazing because it's all about like humans seeding worlds that are promising, or like seeding like life that seems promising, and causing them to become intelligent and like sapient. And so there's this crew on a starship or whatever, and some of the crew members are dolphins, and they all are all outfitted so they can talk and stuff. And like part of the spaceship is like under, like it's got water tanks and stuff, so the dolphin crew members can kind of, you know, have their own quarters and stuff. It's amazing. It's like really out there sci-fi. I loved it. Justin Jeffrey says, through sci-fi, the writer is able to create seemingly impossible scenarios in which we may explore very complex social and moral issues. Exactly. I think that's the compelling part for me, Justin Jeffrey. Gundam says, I feel the same with the horror genre, especially the more psychedelic kind of horror, Junji Ito or maybe Homunculus in the manga department, like Valerie and her Week of Wonders. Horror, yeah, I'm just getting, like, I just recently got into the Junji Ito stuff, and I've got Gyo and Uzumaki, and I have 2 of them or 3 of them. It is good. It is good. Simon R. Green comes to mind. Those books are wild. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. Simon R. Green. I love kind of grounded sci-fi, but I love completely banana, Coco Bananas, as I say. Coco Bananas sci-fi. Oh wow. Okay, so Bilkin says, I had the Sleeping Beauty book of the Magic Road. It was amazing to have loops and an inventory instead of just plain nested forking like a COE. I love those Magic Road books. There's really something to them. They're really special. But yes, yes, the dolphin crew members, it's amazing. There's like a dolphin chase scene, like it's just great. And of course, you know, classic of like Coco Banana sci-fi, like really like huge scale sci-fi. Yeah, like Three Body Problem recently, but like what's it called, Ringworld or Rimworld? Larry Niven's that trilogy, like not Stephen trilogy, series of books, I think are great. They're they're completely out there, and it's wonderful. Yeah, Ringworld. Thank you, Gundurut. I will never not confuse Ringworld and Rimworld. I'm pretty clear on Discworld, but the Rim and the Ringworld stuff. 2 graphic adventures of Ringworld. Okay, yeah, Larry, the Ringworld stuff. That's great, just fantastic. It's so out there. I like when sometimes the writer is a little, you know, I feel like Guy's a little bit odd, but I think that's great because it just adds so much to it. Although, yeah, I guess like Wrinkle in Time is sci-fi, I suppose. Yeah, it's sci-fi. I guess that's sci-fi. It's sometimes hard to tell. Let's see. Oh, nope, wrong color. Yeah, I'm trying to give the sense of kind of light being cast, kinda. I don't know. The second is terrible. Though, okay, the Ringworld books, like many fantasy and sci-fi books, over the length of the series, they kind of, you know, they do get weirder and weirder. But the earlier ones, I think, are pretty good. I think I've read all of them. Circuit's Edge. Was that a game or a book or both? Okay, based on... Okay, so yes, I remember that's a game. I knew... Yes. Okay, now this is the fun one. Yeah, Cool Game by Westwood. Yes, I remember. Like, that's a great... First of all, great name. Great name for a book. You hear that name and you're like, cyberpunk, right? Yes, and true beta human Arthur C. Clarke said that any sufficiently primitive magic... Oh, wait. He said the other thing. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And you flipped it around. Any significantly primitive magic is indistinguishable from technology. It's all good. Lemon Poppy Seed Games, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I could talk about books for a good long while. Although, I mean, honestly, I really haven't read a lot of books recently, and yeah, like I said, I'm trying to change that. Songs of Distant Earth. Oh, by Arthur C. Clarke? I think he wrote a Mars book, right? What's it called? Martian Chronicles? Is that the one I read? I read it. I think I did read or maybe like an anthology or a short story. He's a great writer. Been looking a bit. Nice conversation in here. Oh, I'm glad. We like... oh, Bradbury. Thank you, Ray Bradbury. Martian Chronicles. Did I read Ray Bradbury? I think he's a fantastic writer. And Madeleine L'Engle is also a fantastic writer. Because some people are ideas people, and some people are actually good at writing, and there's a difference. And I've said that before. Bradbury is amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna try dithering this because it would be dithered. I'd like to think. Octavia Butler is up there for you. Oh, I have not read Octavia. I'm getting a lot of great recommendations. Of course, you know we've talked about Discworld. I love Discworld. I love Terry Pratchett books. Fantastic. Halloween Tree recently Goman said great, not sci-fi but great Bradbury nonetheless. Oh, Halloween Tree. Eating with the Red Wrinkle on Time in 6th grade. Don't remember much besides some tall furry monsters. I recommend rereading. They're really well written. Like Wrinkle in Time is such a little book. Like it's so short, but she packs like a ton. And oh, you know what? That reminds me. Another book from the sci-fi literature class. We did Ursula K. Le Guin's Last Half of Dark. Well, not Last Half of Darkness. Gosh darn it, Left Hand of Darkness. Uh-oh. Because we played Last Half of Darkness on stream. Is it called Left Hand of Darkness? The Ursula K. Le Guin book? Oh dear. Uh-oh. Okay, yes, Left Hand. Slam James, thank you. I was going to embarrass myself. Also, you know, the other Wrinkle in Time books, I also have A Wind in the Door, but I don't have A Swiftly Tilting Planet or whatever else happened after that. But A Wrinkle in Time and A Wind in the Door are both amazing. I recommend rereading them. They're gorgeous books. I got it. Yeah, Deluxe Talks went to your local library not long ago, revisited Wrinkle in Time, read it in one sitting. Yes. It's totally, like, it's one of those books where it's just impossible to put down. Special Carl, hello! Happy Crimson Tuesday to you, Special Carl. How is work on, the Betrayed Alliance art? And how have you finished the Bedele award sculptures this year? Deluxe Talks also revisited Lloyd Alexander's 5-book fantasy series, starting with the Book of 3. I've not read any Lloyd Alexander. I kind of have this weird, like, large, oversized. I don't know where it is, but it's like the Black Cauldron, but like kind of done as a comic book almost. And I did see the Black Cauldron in the theater, I believe. And I thought it blew me away. I thought it was great. Apparently people don't think it's very good. And I haven't seen it since the first time I saw it in theater. So maybe I would hate it, but my gosh, I thought it really made an impression when I saw it in the theater as a kid. Prydain books are your favorite as a kid, Monkey Toupee? Man, I really should read those. Prydain books. So many good books. Chronicles of Prydain are amazing. I recently read some of Terran Wanderer again. So much great wisdom in those books. Yeah, that's another thing where I love books where the author just feels so wise. You know, like I think Ursula K. Le Guin is the same. Where there's just this person is just like wonderfully like human and wise, and there's so much to learn from that person. Vesper Hawley series fun? Okay, so yes, special card. You finished the Bedele award trophies given to the winners already at end of May. Fantastic. Vesper Hawley. Oh, and Eden Way did recently rewatch Black Cauldron after decades. It was decent. The art is wonderful in that movie. John Hurt does the voice of the Horn King. The Horn King is terrifying. Goman Summon, not a big fan of the Black Cauldron movie, had a lot of problems in production. And does anyone like Gurgi? Because I don't think I even liked Gurgi when I was a kid. It's funny because recently Game Grumps, they did a Let's Play kind of thing for Black Cauldron. It was kind of nice to like refresh my memory about that game. And it's funny because, like, Dan Avidan loves that game so much. It was, you know, it was one of his kind of keystone games, I guess, in terms of, like, what he had as a kid. Sierra game, yeah, with the, yeah, it's exactly, I just was, yeah, mentioning it. Black Cauldron is interesting. Crosslash, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Marketing forced cute characters are usually a bane, yeah. Yep. Also, okay, Monkey Toothpaste says Black Cauldron book so different, much better than the movie. Ooh. And the audiobooks as well, Bill, narrated by James Langton. Okay. You could do Gurgi's voice. Yes, yeah. Dan loves Space Quest, and loves the. It's so cute to see how much he loves the Black Cauldron. Oh wow! Those books are the primary reason he started to learn Welsh, because those books are loosely based off Welsh mythology, Crunchings and Munchings. Oh my gosh, yeah, Gurgi. Gurgi's voice is just that typical, like it's kind of like a Bobby's World, Go the Dodo from Tiny Toon Adventures type of, kind of like Crunchings and Gurgi, Crunchings and I don't know, whatever, you know. Yes, and Game Grumps had Roberta Williams with them while playing Colossal Cave. Yeah, it's really cute. Like he's done a really good little Let's Play on his own of King's Quest IV as well. It's just nice to see. And it's nice because, like, yeah, he's introducing his friend to the games, which I love seeing as well. Oh, actually, I do. I actually kind of like that Pixel Black. That was a pretty good Kirgy. Thank you, Goldman. So, I don't do voices. Doesn't he call the kid Terran like Master or something? The books also had Gwydion, one of the coolest characters in the series, who was left out of the movie. Oh, there is a Gwydion. So is Gwydion in King's Quest III named after the Gwydion in the Prydain series? Oh, oh cool. A glossary encyclopedia. I thought this a glossary encyclopedia for Prydain Companion. Oh, you think so? Yes, yeah, that would make sense. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Alright, yeah, that's kind of looking rounder now, I guess. Ooh, and I kind of do like how this is getting broken up like that. I'm a fan. And actually, what happens if I start dithering this just a little bit? Ooh, I like that. I like that. Nice. Okay, we're getting a little bit of something here. Oh, Gwydion and Manannan are all from Welsh mythology. Oh, I didn't know that. Welsh mythology is not one I'm big on. Of course, the one I know best are like Greek mythology, #1, and then I know a bit of like Norse. It's a few of those stories. A bit of like Japanese mythology is kind of like different. Like there are some gods and goddesses that I don't really know very much about, but there's like Amaterasu and a few of the others. I don't know much about them. I know a bit about Egyptian. Probably in Greek #1 in terms of knowledge. Norse, and then Egyptian, and then like Japanese, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so Bilkin says, my strong theory is that KQ3 was inspired by Prydain. Welsh names and features a wizard, features a cat, features magic spells. Oh, Irish mythology, Celtic. No, I don't know much about Celtic. Yeah, it's really cool to learn about like all different kinds of like mythology and all sorts of different cultures, because you find very common ideas in a bunch of them, right? Which is kind of cool because you're like, well, humans are human, and they're gonna have a lot of the same ideas. It's kind of like a universality of human experience or something, and I think that's really cool. Actually, what I'm seeing now is I kind of actually want to add like a bit of a gray to the end of this tail, I think. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Okay, that's not. Oh, you know what I want to do actually? Actually, this makes more sense if this is also dark blue. Okay. Great. That's not bad. Actually, I'm gonna put this in its own group. I think I'm much better about putting stuff in groups than putting stuff in, like, naming my layers. Because the groups actually have a nice organizational benefit because you can just turn them on and off really quickly. So this is lighting. Light and shadow. Great. Yeah. Yeah, see, there you go. All that stuff. All that stuff. And now I can see that I do want to kind of add a bit more shadow to the Chizo Mythos idol. Let's see here. Ah. Gundarot says, history hides a lot of things. For example, we used to write all uninterrupted like Arabs and Chinese, but then a certain scriptorium from Ireland popularized the idea of splitting segments like differentiated concepts instead of a phonetic line. That was 8th century, I believe. Yeah, I mean, that is, for me, one of the many reasons why I find Japanese kind of challenging, because a lot of the times it feels like there's no spaces anywhere, right? Like, it would be helpful to know where the words end, but they don't do that a lot of the time. I think children's books might, but yeah, they just sound like one thing, and it's saves space, I guess. Like, I don't know where one word ends and the other begins, but you know, once you learn more vocabulary and the grammar, it tends to be a little bit easier. But my gosh, it can be hard to figure that stuff out. Special Carl, when I work for me, layers rarely have a proper name. No, they don't get a name. They don't get a name. There's too many of them to name. Although there's some named here, but and some of them have the same name. I think. No, did I not do that? Okay, maybe I didn't. I try not to at least do that. But yeah, I like this. I like groups because I can just turn on and off at will this stuff. The shelf will find references looking good. Thank you, Crosslash. Yes, you know what? Slames James. This scene reminds me of that one storeroom in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Do you mean this one? It's just been hiding? Which is one of my primary references for sure for this one. Oh yeah. Oh, special card. When it's for clients, it's another game 100%. When it's for clients, I'm meticulous about naming stuff for sure. But if it's for myself, I don't know what that says about us, but yeah, forget that. Oh yeah, another thing, yeah, Deluxe, like, yeah, pick one alphabet and stick with it. None of this 4 alphabets business, yeah. Yeah, Japanese, of course, has 3, I guess, writing systems, which... and also, like, the kanji can have, like, multiple pronunciations, too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Yeah, I read in a book once where they said the recommended way to learn Japanese is to be born in Japan to Japanese parents. Gundaro said, yeah, they basically created, the idea of isolating concepts like a form of writing. Words became symbols of things instead of a sound sequence. Something so basic, a lot of implications. Yes. Yeah, I think it's really interesting, the transition between written and spoken. It's kind of amazing when you think about that, actually. It's not as smooth a transition as you might imagine. Beta Human says, Japanese would benefit from some kind of word separation. I've even figured out a way to do it, but it's not like they'll listen to me. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, Deluxe text, yeah, to speak multiple languages would be amazing. Oh, Gundaro says that from Middle Chinese you can get an unexpected shortcut to languages and dialects of all Southeast Asia. Did you know some dialects from the south sound similar to Korean and Japanese? I didn't know that, and it is true because Korean to me can sound very similar to Japanese, where it's like it sounds like Japanese enough where I'm like I don't understand any of the words that I'm hearing, but it's because it's in Korean after all. But yeah, it sounds kind of similar. It's just kind of like how Dutch is a language, right? I'm not gonna make a fool of myself, but Dutch kind of sounds like English, but I can't understand any of the words. It's almost like you just your brain gets scrambled. Yeah, it's because they evolved from maintained for the most part the pronunciation from Middle Chinese. Ah, Dutch sounds like Middle English. Not kidding. Interesting. You can guess the reason. Okay, indeed. Oh boy. Oh, Neon Tender says I'm going to Netherlands for tomorrow for a week. We'll have to find out myself. Well, hopefully have fun, or I mean, even if it's for business reasons, have fun. It's fun to travel. I'm still considering going to Adventure X this year. Yes, I've heard that Deluxe Talks. When they localize Japanese media, translators will approximate Kansai dialects by giving those characters Southern U.S. or Australian accents. I think they must. I think they might do that also with people from Osaka, maybe. It's, I think it's kind of funny. Yes, yeah. Some Dutch almost sounds like a weird combination of English and German. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Apparently Flemish very closely related to English. Say hi to Anish Giri for me. Oh, nice for fun. Nice, Neonton. It's fun. Go visit some museums, go to a music festival, and a safari park. That sounds amazing. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, I think I wanted more. Yeah, some more dark in there. Southern accent, not particularly what you'd use for like the Kansai and Osaka people. I guess the idea is like Kansai or Osaka people are supposed to sound like country folk or something, and I guess that's the equivalence that they make. Oh, not Frisian. Okay, I don't know what Frisian is. Okay, Special Carl says Norwegian sounds similar to German, but much softer without all the guttural side. Actually, come to think of it, I probably want this entire tail to be dithered because it's kind of way in the back there. That's alright. Yeah. Oops. Just leave that one straight pixel. Yeah, that's doing it, I think. Although this isn't really reading that well for me. Let's do that. Oh, okay, Frisian, another language in the Netherlands mostly. Oh, let's see. Okay, there's that. And actually, I feel like this crate should also have just black here. And kind of gray? No, that won't work. No, there's something about this that's not quite there for me yet. Oh, you're born in southern U.S., Neontodum. You lost the accent when you moved to California. Did you have to work to lose the accent, Neontodum, or did it just happen naturally? Oh, the Frisian languages are closest living language group to the Anglic languages. Kind of just happened, Neontodum. How old were you then? Possibly a younger person? Let's see here. Yeah, the red is attention getting, and I'm not crazy about it. 22 at the time. Okay, but didn't go completely. Okay, that's actually, yeah, like fairly old on the like 22 is not old by any stretch of the imagination, but older than I was imagining you were to say when it seemed to just go naturally. So is this room close to being done? The special Carl asks. No. No, because there's a lot of texturing stuff that still needs to happen. So the degree of finish that's on this wall, we gotta get that over on the other, this other, this other shelf, and also just more lighting, more texture on the, like this floor is just too plain. I gotta work some stuff out there. Yeah. In fact, let's just hop over there and let's get started on that. Bob Allison says, those shelf shadows do so much. By the way, it's fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, here it is without, before, and after. BMD Nerd says, I've lived in the South basically my whole life, but I've changed states too much to lock down an accent, I think. Custom 43 says, Disney movies don't get finished, they get released. Yeah, I really, yeah, I'm liking how the effect of that, the shadows happening on that. We need to do the exact same thing on the other side now. Okay, Beta Human says, on the other hand, I've occasionally seen some actual Japanese ads that use the typography that I'd recommend, starting each word with a large character if the word starts with a hiragana or katakana, and the rest of the characters are the same size as a small tsu. Small tsu in the middle of a lowercase segment, or simply made even smaller. It works really well. Oh, I've never actually. Maybe I have seen that, but I've just never noticed. Interesting. Very interesting. Making just one thing bigger. Huh. Yeah, Goman-san, a fan of the, oh, whoops, a fan of the cast shadow. Yeah. Yeah, it helps. It really, yeah. I'm glad that it's working, because that's another concern. Is like, what if this doesn't work? What if it just fails completely? No, it's working. It's doing its job. Gundaro says, it's funny because the character design reminds me of Laura Bow, of course, but what's Atrezo? I'm not familiar with the word. But the Atrezo has a feel of LucasArts Indiana Jones. Yes, yeah, I mean, the dark walls and stuff there. Yeah. Thank you, Special Carl. Have a wonderful bonne nuit. Yeah, thank you. You're the best, Special Carl. Actually, think I have some Special Carl. KD. I think I've got some links from Carl. If you want to follow Carl, Carl is working on, of course, the gorgeous EGA art for Betrayed Alliance. You can find him on Instagram. Carl Duplay Richer, his blog as well, and on Twitter at the Special Carl, all one word, and also YouTube channel. Yes, have a wonderful night, the Special Carl. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, Atrezo, the background and objects. I mean, that's a really useful word. That's a really useful word. Okay. Yeah, let's continue on with this. Let's start a new layer. Going to do the same thing over here. In fact, we actually might just make these... I don't know what we're going to do. This bottom shelf is just not full at all. I might have to swap some stuff out with some books. Because it's just not... Actually, what if I just made some stuff bigger? Okay, wait. Let's just try to make some stuff bigger. That'll solve the problem. Okay, let's just copy those. Duplicate layers. Okay, great. And let's just size those two pieces up because I need them to be bigger. And thanks for the publicity. Anytime, Special Carl. Okay, Gundaro says, Atrezo refers specifically to the objects used in a play, the props. Nice. I figured also would mean the background, so yeah, not the best use. I like it. It's efficient. The dark walls especially. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the dark walls. Let's just make that. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Yeah, it's totally like. Why did I make it so small? Real Canadian Rage! Thank you so much for the raid. Fantastic. Real Canadian Rage. What were you streaming? Let's shout out. We raided Dom Retro. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you. Oh no, why is my thing not popping up the right person's name? I'm gonna have to just spell out the Real Canadian Rage myself. Now, Real Canadian Rage, for sure, give them a follow. They streamed the Crimson Diamond demo. Oh, there it is. And I totally missed it. But I think I gotta check the VOD out because it's like free playtesting. I'm gonna definitely do that. The Council. I don't know the Council. What's that about? Juicy Crabs, thank you so much for the follow. The Council. The Council Chapter 2 is an adventure game. Oh, good. Don Marto, yes. The Crimson Diamond, yes. Yes, watch Rage play the demo, yes. Okay, gotcha. The Council, I've not heard of that one. Yes, this piece is going to be something that's going to be in the introductory sequence of the game, which possibly the Real Canadian Rage went through. You might have seen it... Hold on. Uh-oh. Okay. You might have seen it look more like this when it was in the demo, the current version of the demo. Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you too, Juicy Crabs. Okay, point-and-click adventure game. The Council. Gotcha. Oh, I'm really glad you liked it, the Real Canadian. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to play the trailer. Let's do that. Oh, no. Okay. We're gonna play the trailer. This is the perfect time. Also because I forgot to turn the chroma key back on because that's what I have. I'm wearing I came from soccer. I came straight from playing soccer, and that's why I'm just wearing this shirt. Let's turn the chroma key back on. And let's play the trailer. And first of all, I didn't even introduce myself at all either. So I'm gonna do this for the benefit of everyone that's here. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Nick Pliskin, happy Crimson Tuesday. Sneaker 101 as well. Happy Crimson Tuesday. I'm Julia Minamata. I'm the developer of the Crimson Diamond, which is this partially this and a bunch of other screens that kind of look like this. It's a text parser mystery adventure game, and it's set in Northern Ontario. I'm still hoping to release it this year. Oh my gosh! But the problem with that is that it happens to be June right now, and that's a problem. It's not an unanticipated problem, but it's a problem nonetheless. We're still gonna see. I'm hopefully still gonna release it this year. We'll see. There is another person working on this, of course. It's Dan Polakar, who is making the music for the game using a genuine Roland MT32. And sometimes Dan can join me on music streams where he composes a track for the game pretty much from beginning to end. And you've heard his lovely music if you played the demo so far. All the pieces, I think there's like 3 or 4 tracks in the demo, and they're all original pieces specifically made for this game. And I couldn't be happier that Dan is with me on this journey, this game development journey. Verili, happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you for the follow. Yes, Sklo. The original has an MS Paint charm, definitely. But yes, eventually everything will look hunky-dory. We're very excited to play the full game. Fantastic. I'm really glad. I'm very excited, the Real Canadian Rage. I'm very excited to finish the whole game. Okay, here comes the trailer. Alright.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Okie dokie. And I didn't change my tag either to not just chatting. And thank you, Amberzine, for gifting the sub to the Real Canadian Rage. Fantastic. Sneaker 101 asks, are backgrounds orthographic? They are not. They are not, by a long shot. They are very, very faked. They are very, very, very faked. I just eyeball everything, but If you were to analyze the Sierra games, Sierra Adventure games, you will also notice that they faked everything too. I'm just continuing on the proud tradition of completely faking the perspective on this stuff. I'm trying to keep it. My excuse will be I'm trying to keep it accurate to my inspirations. Everything is smoke and mirrors, yes. Oh yes, here. So here is some step-by-step rearranging of this room and kind of rescaling everything, because you can see the scaling was a little bit wonky, quite a lot wonky actually. Here's some of the steps we went through, cleaning up. And yes, the don't look too hard. I beg you, do not look too hard at at the perspective here, because it's not going to work. It's just not. Dumb Retro, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you're happy to see this style in a modern game. This is my happy place. This is. I'm happy as anything, um, to create this stuff. Thank you for the follow. I love. You'll even notice the music I'm playing right now. These are MIDI tracks from something called the Great Canadian Tune Book. I love the music. I love the color palette. I love the game design and game mechanics of this type of game. Just very straightforward. And I hope very much that you will feel the same way when you play my stuff. And I don't know why I put Light and Shadow in a sub folder. I didn't want to do that. Okay, now it's on its own. Yes, 3D. Yes, Sierra 3D games, not really 3D. Yeah, I love the sticker on those games where it's like a 3D adventure, and it's like, yeah. Like, you'd think that we had a different set of 3 dimensions in 1989. Oh, you don't like the font in one moment in the trailer? Oh, which font? Because it's all like, the font. Yeah, admittedly, when the font is larger, it gets kind of hard to read. I designed this font in the game actually, and when it is smaller and it holds together better. But with a lot of pixel art stuff, like the size of it can really affect how it's perceived. Yeah, I will have the opportunity to correct that, because I will probably have to do another trailer when I launch, I guess. People are easy to impress in the 80s. You know what? There might be something to that. Let's do more lighting. So this is the left shelf lighting. We didn't know any better? I don't know. Could very well be true. The lighting on this shelf. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that thing I just said. We're gonna eyeball this. It worked so well that other place. I'm not even gonna do guideline stuff. I'm just gonna start. Where I'm gonna say, okay, well, this skull would have like shadow over here. Right? Which would extend to this, the tentacle thing. Right? Which would in turn extend to this book. Actually the book is kind of lit properly anyway. Growing up in the 80s was fantastic. The real Canadian rage. I agree. We had so much great stuff. Our parents would say it sucked. Yeah, of course, the internet access. Oops, no, the internet access was nowhere near, what it is now. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of high points. And actually, maybe that lack of internet access was for the best. But hopefully kids growing up nowadays feel the same way. It would be kind of a shame if they didn't. Actually, what I'm going to do with that instead, I think, is... Real Canadian rage. Yeah, I've been on the internet since 91 and see what it is today. I'm not sure what to say. Yeah, look, there's a lot of benefits and there are a lot of drawbacks. It's a very complex issue. But a lot about, the internet is it's what we make of it, I suppose. I'm gonna add just some lighting on here to make this pop, I think. Da, da, da. Oh my gosh, Sneaker 101 says my dad would travel from Ukraine to Russia and back just to buy pirated games back in '80. Wow, see, that's something to keep in mind. Like now we have the internet. The internet brings everything to our door, you know. And Amazon, basically anything can be at your door pretty much the next day, which is probably not good, and probably we shouldn't have that power. But it's pretty great. And yeah, I'm trying to do less Amazon. I'm trying to do like support local businesses more. But also Amazon, it's really good. Edenway says I didn't get on the internet until 1996, just as www was starting to take off. So I missed out on Gopher, Archie, Usenet, BBS, etc. Yeah, I missed out on BBS as well. What year? Actually, I don't even know the year that I got onto the internet. Onto the information superhighway. When was that? It was AOL for sure. We had like 4 hours of AOL a month. And it was like $20 a month or something. I don't remember the year, no. But it can't have... I think maybe I was around that same time, maybe a little earlier, maybe around that same time. Anyway, yeah. Juicy Cups, you had AOL as well. That was your introduction. Yeah, AOL was my first real introduction to internet. Yeah, Crosslash. Yeah, Amazon is too strong. I got a gift for my niece and chatted with her parents of what would work, and we just went on Amazon to shop around. Yeah. It's a bit too convenient. Like I can, I get it. It shouldn't. It's probably not great. Yes, Jester Jeffy, the internet is amazing and awesome. I love it, and also it would be the primary instrument that AI uses to destroy humanity, but I still love it. Yay! Yeah, the AI thing is getting a little freaky. A little freaky. Apparently none of us are going to have jobs, so I don't know what's going to happen. Which, you know what? There could be a major societal upheaval, which maybe there'll be some positives to that too. Oh boy. Because yeah, I mean, we can't rely on people's better natures, that's for sure. Nick Pliskin says, I was around in 1993 as Quarter Deck Mosaic was the only web browser. 2400 baud modem. I was 9. Yeah, I was not around for that stuff. We did have did we have 1428? Oh man. I couldn't tell you, yeah. Definitely like between 95 and 98, I would say. No, maybe earlier. Bill Kuhn got into BBS in 1992. Netscape came out pretty quickly thereafter. Oh boy. I remember like there was a spider one, web crawler. No. In 1996, you got the cable constant connection internet. Ooh, nice. Telnet Muds, how I started RPGs. I came to Muds much later. Yeah, it's gonna be the Terminator. It might get pretty bad. It might be pretty bad. And I don't know what to tell you. Like, wow, it could get really bad. In fact, I don't know. Oh, that's really, really admirable. The Real Canadian Rage says, at the beginning of the lockdowns, I stopped using Amazon and did what I could to support local business. Yes. Yeah, it's super important. I'm trying to like do that a bit more. And like when I go and get food at a place, like I will do the tip thing, even if it's just like pickup and stuff. If it's a local, like local owned business, that type of thing. And especially if it's not a franchise, you know. I try to like leave it like a decent tip and stuff. Oh, Nick Pliskin. Okay, Bilkin says a text-only browser called Lynx was 1992, 1 year before Mosaic. Wow. Karashla says, AI will take all the fun jobs, like creativity and expression and art. Meanwhile, the tech bros who made AI will hire people to clean their poop. Lady Elf, real Lady Elfie, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, we're all working while robots are writing and doing art. What the heck happened? Yeah, I mean, come on. Horrible. Yes, Karashla, okay, so I'm not, okay, I didn't make that up yet. There was, yeah, I remember Ask Jeeves as well. I loved Ask Jeeves. Neon Totem said Gopher. 14400 was top of the line in early 90s. I remember having a 14400 and then I guess 288. Yikes! Oh, okay, Nick Pliskin says, as I mentioned, I'm a professional writer and editor, work in newsrooms at the moment. AI is hitting the scene big. Sweating for guys who aren't established or top tier writers. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming for everyone's jobs. Oh, you had Zixel modems. Just as Jeffy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember that one. 16.8. Okay. Go117 says, the optimist in me thinks people will grow tired of generated sludge content and desire real human creativity again. But at the same time, people are so artistically illiterate, especially these days. Yeah, honestly, Go117, that's where I kind of get scared. Because it's like they can't even tell if something is, like, not good. That sounds so elitist. And it's just like, well, what's the point even being good at something if people can't tell whether you are or not? Oh boy. Oh goodness me. Horse feathers. Real Canadian Rachel. I think about this a lot, and I think the danger is what it is learning, not the AI itself. Real Lady Elfie says, the Flight of the Conchords said this day would come. I never actually watched Flight of the Conchords, but I hear good things. Oh, Real Canadian Rage, I've tried using AI to create game assets and I can't get it to work for me. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Gopher was, Neon Totem says, was an information publishing and browsing protocol similar to HTTP that was popular for a while. Probably would have stuck around and evolved if it didn't become a closed protocol. Gopher. Oh no, Ace, you're having Amazon trouble? They owe you $800? Oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. A refund. And they claim they never received the package or proof of delivery tracking number. They won't even talk to you on the phone or email. Ah! You won't be using Amazon anymore. Oh, I'm sorry but to hear that. That's awful. Oh wow, you got a Pimping Your AI versus Human Material book. Shortly enough, coming 2 to 3 weeks. Good luck with the book, Nick Pliskin. Jessa Jeffy, you're vouching for Flight of the Conchords? Yeah, this is kind of a bit... I might actually also work on a bit of just making the lighting so it's... Yeah, it wouldn't be back here, would it? It would just be at the front of the skull, you know. Ha! They did a song, Real Lady Elfie says, called The Humans Are Dead. Should give it a listen sometime. Some Sierra style, you want to create Sierra style sprite sheets of disabled characters, Real Canadian Races. Sprite sheets I still don't quite understand. They're like magic. Bill Coon's got a lot of those early experiences. You wonder if Bill Coon says, my first experience was using our home computer to call our dad's office computer at the university, which he had left waiting running PC anywhere. Then on his computer, we then ran the VAX terminal program in DOS to connect to the university's mainframe, then launched the Lynx text-only browser on the VAX. I think it was all on 2400 baud. That is magic. It's all magic. You think Deluxe Talks? Deluxe Talks says, kids born today who grow up in an AI world will be able to tell what is AI and what is not like it's natural. You think? I don't know. I'm kind of afraid that they'll grow up thinking that it doesn't, like, matter. Game Dev Jeff, is this a Lynx user meetup? I used it too. It is now, Game Dev Jeff. Oh no! Real Canadian Rage says, I stopped using Amazon Prime because somebody jacked my debit card and Amazon did nothing to help or reimburse. You'd think with a company that big, they would just, you know, say like, oh, it's fine. Like, you don't even have to prove that something wrong happened. They'll just give you money because they have so much money. That's really disappointing. And that's actually the best thing you can do if you get a bad experience or something, like never use it again. I've done that before, where I've had times, like for instance, there was a Kelsey's restaurant that I went to that I swear like made me sick to eat their food, and I think it might have been their coleslaw or something, but everything tasted fine. I've never been to another Kelsey's ever again in my entire life. I'm very much that person. Um, there was like a Shoppers Drug Mart where there was a staff member who was like rude to me, and I complained about it like on the Shoppers Drug Mart website, and like I got contacted by that store and everything, and they apologized, and that was very nice that they apologized for being rude, and I just never went ever again, even with the apology. I just never went. So yes, I very much am a fan of doing that when possible. Crosslash says, yeah, I only use credit online, do chargebacks if somebody steals my stuff and keeps minimal access to my bank accounts online. Yeah. It's scary. Like, people can get whatever they want. And honestly, yes, the real Canadian rage, I think that's probably like the biggest problem. Too much in the hands of the few, too little in the hands of the many. Yep. Yep. Juicy crabs, you like cheese? I also like cheese. What's your favorite cheese? I like a nice squeaky fresh mozzarella myself. But I also really like brie. All cheese is amazing. Actually, I think I might add some. This shouldn't really work this way, but I do think what I might do is add some dark shadow back here, or maybe that'll just add too much contrast. I like a nice sharp cheddar as well. Oh, that's not bad, actually. I don't dislike that. Sakanako, good to see you. Happy Crimson Good Tuesday. BMD nerd, I've been known to give fast food restaurants a couple tries. Wait, well-aged cheddar. Sakanako, another one for well-aged cheddar. Ah! Nick Pliskin, 100% behind a creamy herbed Havarti. I do love fresh matzah. Yeah. Uh-oh. You used to hate it, but Lorraine cheese on a sandwich. Lorraine cheese? I don't know Lorraine cheese. Smoked Gouda, really nice. Cultural reference guide to Animaniacs. I don't know that one, just to Jeffy. I think I'm missing some parts of the conversation, but I'm glad you guys are remembering some fun things. Swiss Gruyere. Now I'm thinking about different cheeses. There's a lot to love. I love a Havarti as well. It's almost like thick, really rich butter. It's great. I like a Havarti. Yeah, maybe that isn't that bad. Yes, and then that's another, like, there are a lot of ways around, like, generating art for sure. Real Canadian Rage, like, Grindislav Francisco Gonzalez does a lot of rotoscoping. He even bought himself, like, a little treadmill to help him with that. Ooh, wow, it's already 10:34. I did start a bit late, to be fair, so I might go on this just a little bit longer, because, I started at 8:30 today, so... And also the best way to learn art is to do it, you know, and the best way is to like learn by doing and doing exactly what you need to do to make what you need. And also Francisco is a really good example of that as well. Second account, I'm eating some shrimp curry that I just made for dinner, but now I'm thinking about what if cheese? Sometimes I put cheese on Japanese curry. Like if I have like some like fresh, well not fresh, but that shredded mozzarella stuff you get in the bag, I'll put that on top of Japanese curry and it's really good. Oh, you wanted to do a comedy game for years. That's great that you're working on that. And the wheelchair part of the core gameplay, that's really also really cool. Just a Jeffy. What if cheese belongs on a T-shirt? Well, in Canada we have those National Canadian Dairy Farmer uh, Association ads where they've got you've got cheese, you've got choice, or something like that. Those are pretty effective. Oh, cool. You also give you a chance to use your power wheelchair out in the backyard. Nice. The power wheelchairs are cool. Really cool stuff. Huh. Talk about like something that kind of almost feels like sci-fi. Yes, Japanese curry poutine with curry instead of gravy. Yes, that's probably already a thing. Honestly, Sakanako. Yes, blessed are the cheesemakers. That is, they shall. Did they mishear the other part of that? Yeah, that's the problem. They cost as much as a car. Real Canadian rates. They're those stand-up ones that they probably cost as much as like 5 cars. I can't imagine. Like the government should be subsidizing a lot of that stuff. Yes, he's referring to all manufacturers of dairy products. I do enjoy Monty Python. Ooh, Bilkins says, speaking of vintage technology, tomorrow is National VCR Day in the United States. We still have VCRs. Great. You know, now that subscription services want to just take stuff off of their services, it's like physical media, you guys. Keep those VHS cassettes, keep those DVDs, keep those Blu-rays, keep those laser discs. Yes, exactly. Real Canadian range, the stand-up ones. I was thinking, yeah, like man, that's why I said 2 cars, like $35,000 for the stand-up ones. Those are amazing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, yeah, they, government, they should do something about that. What? Neon Totem, I collected about 200 copies of Jerry Maguire on VHS. May I ask why? You don't have to say if you don't want to. Yes, no one makes VCRs anymore. I had to find one off eBay a couple of years back. Yes, I know. That's I remember that being a news story, right, where they're saying that the last manufacturer of VCRs has stopped producing them or something, and it's just like, oh no. There's some things that only exist as VHS cassettes and will never be a Blu-ray or DVD. Yeah, BMD nerd. I thought there would at least be high-end luxury ones. Was there ever a high-end luxury VCR? Oh, oh, nice. Okay. Neon Totem says I donated them to Everything Is Terrible for their Jerry Pyramid. Have you ever? Deluxe Tux asks Neon Totem, have you ever seen Jerry Maguire? I would love if you said no. That would be the best answer. Never got around to it. Gave all the copies away. Oh my gosh, Neon Totem, you have not. That's amazing. Actually, you know what? I've got some VHS. Speaking of VHSs, I'm gonna just, because we're talking about it, I'm gonna just reach around this curtain area, and I'm going to grab some VHSs for like a impromptu show and tell. I'll be right back because I think VHSs are great. Okay, be right back. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Gonna quickly catch up on chat, and then I'm going to do this. Okay. I only pulled a few things. There's plenty more, so this is only going to be a selection. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, wow, just a Jeffy, former video store clerk, so VHS gives me nostalgic feels fantastic. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, also Real Canadian Rage also worked at a video store once. Oh, they're okay. Bilkin says there were definitely high-end VCRs. RCAs in 1985 were built like tanks, and our last one, about 1996, had a jog shuttle wheel that you could use to go frame by frame. Oh my gosh. Frames are perfectly still and legible. Okay, Bill Kuhn, I stand corrected. That's amazing. Okay. Okay. Oh, Juicy Crabs had a 4-head VCR? Okay. Wow. Okay, here we go. It is now time for some VHS show and tell. Sure, let's do this. Okay. First one. So this is something that's been in the news. Oh wow, just Juicy Crabs. My mom was watching VCR in 2014. Why not? This stuff. Okay, this one is significant because a new development came up recently, which is very exciting. I might have even showed this before. Oh no, this is DVDs. No, well anyway, I'm going to talk about this anyway, but then I will pull out the VHSs. Okay. The Columbo DVD series, there is a Blu-ray edition of this set, which is every single Columbo ever. But the Blu-ray edition was only like a Japanese version, but they're going to be apparently releasing a new series of Blu-rays, Columbo Blu-rays. So watch out for that. Okay, but anyway, this is not VHS, I forgot. This is just really a lot of DVDs. 69 episodes, never mind. Okay, we're going to move on, because that's not VHS. VHS that I do have, speaking of VHSs... And unfortunately, it's the special edition of these guys here. Sorry, it's the special edition. Of all those. You have that going, Sema? Yeah, it's not like the original ones or anything, but yes, this is the SFC. This is the edited version with the CGI. But they're you know, let's see. Yes, yeah, Return of the Jedi, complete with restored original footage, new scenes, and enhanced special effects. Thanks, George. Thanks, George. Yep, they all have enhanced special effects. Oh no. Yep, there's the new Jabba. Awful, terrible. Yeah. Oh well. So those are. In fact, I have a Phantom Menace VHS, but I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is right now. It's somewhere. So that's the first thing. Wow, that was this. Yeah, CGI Jabba was awful. It's pre-Disney, so it's still good, you think? What did Disney do to ruin these? Oh, see, Nick Plissken had their OG ones, Blue, Green, Red trilogy. When Han shot only, but come on, it's still Star Wars. You were raised on VHS Star Wars. It is gold and shiny. This is truth. This is really good. Yeah, it wasn't me, I promised. Oh, wow. Artist Exclusive has been on a retro anime kick recently. Been watching a lot of VHS exclusive OVAs. See, that's another one you're not going to find. Next. Speaking of anime, this Japanese edition of Tonari no Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro. Isn't that, it doesn't even have like the art from the actual, on the spine they've got a little picture of the art from this. But isn't that funny? Like they don't actually have the footage from the movie on this case. It comes with a cute little booklet. I don't know, stuff. It's got some holographic seals so you know it's legit. Yes, yeah, the fact that it's Miyazaki's art on the cover is fantastic. It makes it so classy. Love it. Nick Plisson asked, "Do you speak or read Japanese?" That's a skill I would love to have, but I'm terrible at languages. I am like been slowly trying to teach myself more Japanese, so I don't speak it or read it. Like I can read like children's books, but nothing much beyond that. And the last thing I have to show for this impromptu VHS showing off of stuff is... This is kind of funny because there's a box edition and then there's an extra one. And I was looking like, why is there an extra one? But I know why there's an extra one. It is this boxed edition, widescreen edition of The Adventures of Indiana Jones. It's got Indiana Jones and oh well, there's two there's two Indiana Jones and the Last Crusades in here. Well, that's a mistake. Actually, okay, that's why this. So okay, that's the red one. Okay. So, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then we have two Crusades. Why do we have two? What's going on? Okay, widescreen THX edition. I guess this is pan and scan. Oh, this is also a widescreen letterbox. This is also letterbox. I don't know. We have two. We like it so much we have two. But the whole set of these is, and there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies, so we have all of them as VHS. Indy. The Green Forest. I don't know that one, Real Canadian Rage. But yeah, and that's all in a nice little box set. All 3 Indiana Jones, extant Indiana Jones movies. Let's speak no more of this. It's letterbox, the original widescreen. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Sefsi knows basic level Japanese. Kanji wrote in high school. That was a pain in the butt. So I did take the N5 Japanese course. So like it's kind of funny because there's an international language levels of language qualification, and N5 is the easiest and N1 is university level Japanese. And all across the world on 2 days of the year, there's one in winter and one in the summer, I think. At the same time, on the same days, all across the world, these tests get administered, right? And you can get so I got my N5 and I barely passed. It was really sad. I got a 67%. But they only do pass fail, so it was fine. I totally passed. But it was the worst mark I've ever received. But yeah. So I mean, I guess I'm level N5, and I've got some books for studying for N4, and I should really get on that again. But yeah, that's my level. That's the most basic low level of Japanese. Okie dokie. Oh, Bilkun, I recently got a medical surgery VCR from 2002 from a vintage stash someone had. Even had a digital time-based corrector which clears all distortion and playback that so many home VCRs gave. That plus the old school PC Trickster's YouTube instructions on how to do outstandingly good VHS transfers to computer video files are putting me in business to transfer VHS tapes for my neighbors. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, this we just talked about earlier about video game preservation, but yeah, VHS preservation. There's stuff that is just never gonna make it to any other medium, and it would be sad for it to get demagnetized and completely lost. There's no 5th indie movie either. No. Oh, Justin Jeffy says, okay, tonight's stream has very unexpectedly got me very excited to dig out all my VHS tapes and have an old school VCR movie marathon. Do it. Very much recommended. Okay, I'm gonna go to 11, I think, today, and I'm finally gonna change my tag to art, which I should have done before, but I'm gonna finally change it to art. Go a little bit long because we did have a bit of a late start. Yes. And I didn't know a digital time corrector was a thing either, Nick Pliskan. Yes, Sefsi, I'm a certified N5 Japanese knower. Yes. The most basic level of Japanese. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit higher than that because that was a number of years ago. And hopefully I've gotten better, or maybe I haven't. Maybe I've gotten worse because, yeah, I should really get onto all those books I bought after I bought N4 lesson books and stuff. So. Steph, you hope to get to N1 one day? I would just be happy if I could be like N3. I think N3 was basically like you can read a newspaper, which would be fantastic. Thank you. You still think that's impressive. Thank you. I appreciate that. Aw, your work on games and art is crazy impressive. Thank you so much, Juicy Crabs. Yeah, that's the thing, is that you only have so much time in your life. And, can't be good at everything. But I will, yeah, one of my goals is definitely I want to get better at Japanese. Personal goal. I think, yeah, I think that's really helping me. What if I added like another color onto this skull? Would that be a horrible mistake? Probably, right? Because I still feel like that skull is too bright. Actually, that's not a horrible mistake. That's not bad at all. Wow. Okay, Nick Pliskin recommends, if you're a VHS freak, suggest watching Forgotten VHS. Forgotten_VHS. Sometime on the Twitch. Gotcha. Ooh, okay, okay, I'm gonna write this down. JPDB.io is a great site to professor Japanese. Fantastic. Okay. Excuse me, I'm gonna write this down. JPDB.io. So that's Japanese. Cool. It even has guides for manga and anime based on the Japanese complexity. Fantastic. Ooh, Real Canadian Rage. Very nice. You taught yourself some Spanish a decade ago. It's much easier than French. I thought they would be like equivalently difficult. Or equivalently easy. Oh, Forgotten VCR is streaming right now, as a matter of fact. Oh. Ooh. Okay, Sefsi says, I can't help but see that skull as Murray from Curse of Monkey Island. Sefsi, that's exactly whom this skull is. This is exactly Murray, so thank you. No, you mission accomplished. You guessed the skull. This is Murray the skull from Monkey Island. Rendered in, I don't know how many pixels. Not very many. Yeah, actually, he is in the reference that I have in my reference folder here. Here he is. Yeah, that's what I used. The Invincible Demonic Skull Murray, yes. It's not perfect, but you know. You got him, so I think we have some success. I think the eye needs to be a bit bigger or whatever, but it's okay. Ah, thank you. You got his evil expression right with the eye sockets. Good, good. Yeah, I'm glad I could capture his essence. In a tiny little area here, you know. It's always nice to know. It pleases me. Feel like the lighting there is not quite working for me. Yep. The magic of pixel art. Oh no, that's not right. Yeah, I think what was missing from some of this was, yeah, a little wee bit of dithering to give the stuff like a kind of more rounded shape. Yeah. Okay. No, that doesn't work. That shadow wouldn't be cast there. Oh. What's between Murray and Grim Fandango Skull? That is the meteor from Maniac Mansion. It doesn't really look that great, and I was thinking of actually re-examining the reference there, but like that's what it looks like in the game. So actually what I could do is I could put some red in the darker areas potentially. But yeah, it's kind of, that one is, I'm not 100% sold on. But, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't, I mean, it's not all going to be 100% successful, probably, so if it's, as long as it looks like something interesting on a shelf, and the player doesn't actually play in this room, this is only, like, a background, and, it's not gonna, they won't be, like, getting a chance to really examine this stuff. That's what I tell myself. Real Lady Alfie asks, have you tried dithering the green cabinet to darken it a bit? That's probably a really good idea. What I would probably do is dither it with like a color that's close to it. And I'm definitely going to get into all that kind of fun dithering stuff as one of the steps. And I definitely going to consider that. Because, yeah, it's really bright. That's the thing with this color palette in general, is it's really, really bright. And you got to kind of fight with that. And that's why I don't really tend to use a lot of the white in the game art, because it's just too bright. It's really bright. Yes, of course, yes, FC has never played Maniac Mansion, but you recognize the tentacle next to Murray, yeah. Let's see. Can I create the illusion of light? Nope, not that. I am going to sneeze. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me turn off the mic. Let me turn off the mic. Hi. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Oh, removing it might be better, Jeffy says. Oops, less is more sometimes. It's pretty it is pretty busy on the top shelf. It's pretty crowded. I'm definitely open to the idea of making this a less busy area. Oh, thank you. And Juicy Crabs asked, did you make that angel statue? It's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I did. In fact, there are different stages of it I can demonstrate. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, it's in stuff. Angels and stuff. Yeah, it started out like this. Oh, hold on. It started out as... Where'd it go? Okay, yeah, it started as this angel. Oops. No. This guy. And I based it on this reference that I had. It's really important and helpful to have reference. And that is this angel here. That was the reference. And I kind of did a bunch of different versions of it. I kind of stuck it in the corner and I added some shadow, but it was too attention-getty. And that's why I started to... like, that was too much. Because I was like, well, what if I just take away the white, but it was too much? Yeah, so that is that plus... And I could even darken that more, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I eyeballed all that stuff. Everything's eyeballs. Eyeballed. Oh, it's 11:01. Okay. The angel is from... I Let's Played a game called Personal Nightmare, and there isn't this angel statue, so mine doesn't really look like that. I might have to try to make it look more like this angel. But you get holy water out of this angel's eyes, and that helps you defeat the devil. And so it's a significant part of the game, and I wanted to add something like that. Oh, you know what? I forgot I was resizing that jewelry box. I got totally sidetracked. That's okay. That's okay. Plenty more to do, but we can already see that, yeah, the light is helping in that area too. So we're gradually gonna go through every part of this and try to give it that lighting that doesn't exist yet to make this look more, pull it all together and make it look and feel like a place. Ugh. Okay, Sefsi's a fan of the top shelf. Yeah, Nightbot also is dropping my links. CrimsonDiamond.com, of course. There is the demo of the Crimson Diamond if you want to check that out. If you enjoyed watching Real Canadian Rage play the demo and you want to play it yourself, or if you didn't see the Real Canadian Rage play the demo and you want to play it yourself, either one works. Check out the demo there. There's also the demo on Itch.io and also on Fireflower Games. And if you come in late to the stream, I put up the VODs every week on my YouTube channel. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter. I always tweet when I go live, which is just usually Tuesdays. I'm basically exclusively Tuesdays, unless I'm part of like a Steam Fest or something where I would like stream on their platform. And there's a dev blog, and I'm gonna have to get the Crimson Diamond Gazette going again for the month of June. Oh no, I'm not going yet, Cosmic Void 3, unless you're going. I'm going to transition into Legend of the Sword. But yeah, we got a good amount of work done considering it was a bit of a late start. And next week should be an on-time start. Yeah. So there's a lot to go here still, you guys, so don't worry. We're not going to be quite done with this. I'm going to just change this. I'm going to save this to my Google Drive, as I usually do. Backing up is very important. This is your PSA for the evening. Back up your work. Back up your work. Yeah, thank you, Goman-sama. I agree. I think they really are helping. Great. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, there I am again. We're gonna transition into Legend of the Sword, but before we do, I'm gonna do snack time. And while I do snack time, I'm gonna throw up this Samuel R. Delany, in case you were a late addition to the stream. There was a book redemption where I got to show off and talk about a book, and this week's book was Samuel R. Delany's The Einstein Intersection, which is a really cool, poetic, lyrical, surreal sci-fi book by this fellow who is still alive. He was born in 1942. He is a gay black man from Harlem, and he had quite an interesting life, and a lot of his sci-fi deals with themes of otherness and like feeling like, you know, kind of like a different person than the people around you type of a thing. So really appropriate for the month. Happy Pride Month. I'm gonna leave this up. You can follow Samuel R. Delany. He is on Twitter. He won 4 Nebulas. He won 2 Hugos. And a bunch of other kinds of awards. You can follow him at Samuel R. Delany 1. You can read more about him on the Wikipedia. He was fantastically interesting. He is a fantastically interesting guy. And also he has a website that he does, like, he seems to, like, I still think he still interacts with fans and stuff, which is kind of cool. And also SFC Record says Dahlgren is an interesting book. And I have not read any more Samuel R. Delany, but I did show the book off. And it's here. Yeah. It's my, from my sci-fi literature class. Oh, here we go. Oh, yes, retract the goodbye, Cosmic Void. Yeah, we're gonna get into some Legend of the Sword, which actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that up during snack time. But if you're interested in playing what I'm gonna be playing, it's called Legend of the Sword. It's available on GOG and on Steam. It is an EGA text parser adventure game with a really cool UI. If you've not seen it, you're in for a treat. Oh, you know what? Just to Jeffy, the book is weird. The book is weird, but I think it's got a lot of beautiful imagery to it. So I'm not gonna promise that you're gonna really like this one, but I think there's something, I don't know. I think it's a little bit magical. And if you feel like you're not totally getting it, that's totally the feeling I went away with after I read it. And I need to reread this actually. But anyway, it's snack time, which means I'm going to mute my mic so you don't have to hear me chewing, and I'm going to I like weird. I get bored when books aren't weird. Piranesi was interesting. That's one that I saw all over Twitter recently, and that's a quick read. I would also recommend Piranesi. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, you know. Oh, other thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to transition the music over. Actually, I'm gonna change this to just chatting for now. Oh, just chatting. And I'm going to change this music. So we've been listening to the Great Canadian Tune Book, which is a bunch of MIDI folk tunes, but we're going to move over to getting into that Legend of the Sword feel. I've got a playlist of new MIDI music, which is made by these folks. What are they? Where is that? Where is it? Uh-oh. Just R. This music that you're listening to right now is composed by Doomworld's composers. They're a group of people who just love making MIDI music, apparently, and they made this to flesh out Heretic: Shadow of the Serpent Raiders, which is a game that they felt like they didn't have enough musical tracks to it. They composed their own original tracks, and these are the original tracks they used to accompany the game. And I'm going to play that, and this is what we're going to be listening to when we play Legend of the Sword. I'm going to get to some snacking, and then we're going to get into playing the game. Okay. Oh, Mike, turn off mic. Okay, we're back. Yes, the reason, of course, I'm playing this music along with this game is this game does not have any music. It is from 1988, which is no excuse. Maybe it is an excuse, but yeah, I thought this music is perfect. I heard Fractal Mind Mike playing this exact album on his stream when he was playing an EGA game, and I thought it was totally perfect. Yeah, I love this idea like of a fan-made soundtrack. It's so cool. But yeah, the links will take you to James Paddock Music, among other places, where you can find more of his work. And it's awesome when fans get together for stuff like this. Okay. Okay, let's turn off this. And let's get into the game. Uh-oh, that's not where'd the game go. Oh. Did I turn off the... Okay, I gotta start the game up. 1 second. 1 second. Really, really, really cool game. It's got a bit of a weird tone, but it's still a really cool game. Where is this not happening? Legend. Legend? No, not the command line. What's going on? Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay. Finally. Legend of the Sword. Look at that. Gorgeous. Anyone who has never seen this game before, I will demonstrate the power of this text parser and the UI. This is just a preamble. Evil wizard. Suzai the evil wizard. And we're on Einar and wow, it goes through the whole thing, doesn't it? We have to find a sword and shield basically and save the day. And you can see these gorgeous little graphics here that are very contextual. Okay. This game has a combination of things. You can see you can click on these to go different areas. There is a map which you can enlarge to show the whole area. Oh look, there's a sea serpent. I didn't notice that before. And there are some actions you can start with, so you can examine stuff. So, examine Cornelius. Is in general, Cornelius is kind of gentle, but during battle his personality changes to that of a rampaging boar. Oh, Neon Totem, have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. And you can give people things. You can eat if you had food, but you don't have. But you've no food. British people made this, by the way. You can smell the air. You can see. So this is cool because you can do stuff in here. The air smells salty, probably due to the sea. But you could also smell air here. The air smells salty due to the sea. You can look. You can recap. You can look footprints. You can't. Never mind. You can't look at footprints. We've been going through a walkthrough because this game is very difficult. You can see that we have a candle here on the far right, and if the candle goes all the way down, you starve to death, which is a bummer. This land has some fruit trees. We've eaten cherries and bananas and mangoes and all kinds of things, but our candle is still pretty low. Even though I followed the walkthrough from the beginning, I'm kind of concerned that we're going to starve to death, but we shouldn't because we're following the walkthrough to the letter. But yeah, it's like a party-based whole thing. You got options. There are credits. Look at that. Carl Buckingham made for writing A Brilliant Adventure, drawing the graphics. Colin Mongardi, Long Mega Programs, and Eugene Messina for mapscaping additional design. Small team. This game has a lot going for it, and I'm a huge fan. I'm not crazy about the writing, but there's a lot going for this game. There's a vocab where it tells you some stuff you can try, but there are other commands you can try as well. It's great stuff. You can even change the color of stuff. You can change the color of it's only EGA, so you can change the color of everything. But I like the standard colors. But we're gonna load. Okay. Recap. Okay, we were about to get into a boat, and there's a teddy bear in the boat, but we're not to take the teddy bear because the teddy bear is plugging a hole in the boat, and we will sink and die if we take the teddy bear. Yes, Belkin, yes, British people did indeed make this. It's an interesting lesson in just turns of phrase, British turns of phrase, which sounds like a Jeopardy category, and just general outlook on life, I guess. I don't know. But anyway. Percent, you can, there's no score shown, but if you enter in percent, you can see that we are 40% finish this game. That's probably pretty good. Okay. Where was I? Examine. Okay. Inventory. Okay. Yes, we are wearing the pack. I think, right? You're okay. Yes, I did all that. Okay. Take all except teddy bear. Maybe we've already done this. Take all except teddy bear. Look. I think we've already done that. I say that now. Okay. We're to go west. The river presses steadily on as it gurgles merrily down an avenue of wild woods and thick foliage. About a quarter of a mile west of the shack, the river circles gently around to the south, where it continues for a further mile and a half before finally arriving at a stone bridge. While Pagan, I've been calling him Pagan because I just think pagan sounds like pagan. While Pagan and Balar hold the boat steady, you now decide on your next plan of action. Suddenly, a teddy bear which had been pushed into a hole in the bottom of the boat comes loose. Almost at once, the boat begins to fill with water. During the commotion, the teddy bear is lost, and Pagan and Balar drop their oars into the river. Wow, you guys. Sefsi, random question, but have you ever played the Hobbit text parser game? I have not. I'm assuming it's another game made by 4 British people. Hobbit text adventure. Is it the one with the overhead view? Like Dreamweb? Okay, we're in trouble. Our boat is sinking. Ask Cornelius. Or cloth? You better have a cloth. I cannot carry anymore. Uh-oh. We might drown. Drop glass. Ask Cornelius. Or cloth. We're gonna sink. We're gonna sink. Okay. Put cloth in hole. Oh. Hold on a moment, loves Borgelius. Save wasting the cloth. Use this. After pulling a large rag from his back pocket, he pushes past you and plugs the hole. Well, kind of wish he had done that before, but anyway. Lady Elfie, I want to play that Hobbit game. Yeah, quick, find another teddy bear. Yeah, like, where's the emergency teddy bear? Or the spare teddy bear in this raft? Oh, okay. Oh, real Lady Elfie played the Overhead 2 Towers game from the 90s. I don't remember these games. Okay. Stephanie says, nope, the Hobbit I'm thinking of had graphics like this. It was pretty advanced for its time, and I think you could take some ideas and inspiration from it for Crimson Diamond. I would love to make a game like this. And one of the reasons why is because how tiny the graphics are on the left side. It would mean like creating graphics would take a lot less time, which I'm kind of a fan of. It's just a beautiful interface. Okay, we plugged the hole. Well, Borgelius plugged the hole. He waited for us to plug the hole, then he plugged the hole. Okay. Drop cloth. Put horn and disc in pack. Oh, disc with a C. Oh, no, disc with a K. You put the hunting horn and wooden disc into your backpack. This is a game with very limited inventory ability. Capacity. Yeah, that's what I meant. Inventory capacity. Okay. Look. Beneath the bridge on a small stone, you can see a kingfisher fluttering his feathers. Suddenly it dives into the water and emerges a moment later with a fish in his beak. He now flies off. Also on the stone is a bottle. Yes. That's what we want. Take bottle. As you take the bottle of Fruba, the stone, as if by magic, sinks beneath the surface of the river. Ask Borgelius to swim. See, I don't know how you'd expect to know this, but we're beyond that now. Sure thing, answers Borgelius as he dives overboard, swims around to the back of the boat, then paddles the boat ashore. While climbing out of the boat and onto the embankment, you find the lost oars lying among the reeds. Having picked them up, you drop them onto the into the boat. Tied to the embankment is a boat. Let's save. Let's save his boat. This is some good work we're doing here. Boat. I had a really tiny pinky. I missed it. Sepsi. Okay. Great. Onward. Okay, now we're going to go south. Having clambered to the bank, you now walk to the middle of the bridge. Northeast. Northeast? This is stuff we've read before. I'm not gonna reread this stuff. But I really love the use of the red and green here. Okay, then east. Junction. Not, I don't know. I guess that means junction, that icon. South once. South twice. South thrice. Okay. Ask Cornelius for gold coin. I've forgotten what we've given everyone, and so I'm just scared that someone's gonna be like, I don't have that. Like, oh, yay, he did indeed. Southeast. Okay. Okay. Great. So this orb, it's one of many orbs in this game. We have to, in order to pass into the swamp, we need to bring proof of our quest. Show gold key and cold. Show cold key and cold coin. Show gold key and gold coin to the sphere. This is an example of how flexible this text parser is. Show gold key and gold coin to sphere. Having shown the key and thrown a golden coin into the mist, the shimmering light of the door suddenly dissolves into a luminous gray. Luminous gray, okay. As you apprehensively step forward, the voice whispers, "Discover the bloodstone and hand it to the gate master." A moment later, you find yourself and your men, apart from Pagan that is, standing at a three-way junction. A thick wall of gray mist and vast lakes of mire stretch endless before you. Due to the strange ride, your whole body feels strong and fresh, as if it had been regenerated. Look at our candle! We're gonna starve to death, you guys. If I followed this walkthrough to the letter and we starved to death, I would be very upset. Just then, as you were beginning to wonder what happened, to Pagan, a crackle of static electricity. How do we know what electricity is? Rips through the air, and as it does, Pagan emerges from the sparks and falls onto the path. "It's okay," he says with a strange look in his eyes as you bend down to help him up. "I've never felt better," he continues smugly, almost as if he were talking to himself. Three paths leaving the junction just disappear north, east, and west. Ponder orb. Oh, that's perfect. I like we do have an orb, evil tentacle, an orb emoji. Okay, yeah, we're not rejuvenated. We're going to starve to death. Okay, oh, percent. Let's check out our percent. Apparently now we should be at 45%. Excellent. Drink bottle of Fruba. Can I examine bottle of Fruba? Maybe I'm dying because I take the time to examine stuff. The yellow bottle, which is labeled Fruba, is full of a strange, creamy white liquid. After removing its top, I didn't ask it to remove the top, but fine. You also find that it smells of sour milk. Is this game real time? Sefsi, I think this game is just like turn-based, but yeah, I mean, I'm probably taking extra turns, which means I will probably die. Drink Fruba. I wonder if Fruba is an actual drink in the UK. Oh my gosh, look how much of... Okay, I'm no longer scared. Look how much of my candle I made up. The liquid from the bottle labeled Fruba tastes like sour milk. You're now left with an empty yellow bottle. Great. Drop yellow bottle. Okay, I feel so much better now. Even in game and probably and also in real life. The yellow bottle hits the ground and smashes into a million pieces. Great. North. But 100 yards down the twisting path, a 2-foot-high reptilian bird with hooked beak, razor-sharp talons, and bulging eyes that glow swoops down and lands on a nearby branch. "Doesn't look too friendly, does he?" whispers Bilar, while changing his walking pace to a steady trot. 300 to 400 yards farther on, you arrive at a lake of black stagnant water. Cool. Examine water. Don't waste your time over the swampy water. I'm not supposed to, but I can't resist. Okay. North. An impenetrable screen of thickening mist clings to your clothes with an uncomfortable feeling of being alive. Beneath you, the blackened, foul-smelling water appears to be lapping hungrily at your feet. 20 minutes north of the path, you lose all sense of direction. We're probably walking in circles, groans Deville. Yeah, sour milk is apparently very good for your candle. Suddenly, from behind you comes a startled cry, followed by a loud splash. Lying face down in the water is Borgelius. Sorry, he coughs as Balar helps him up. I slipped. Don't worry about that, gasps Cornelius as he grabs your arm and points into the mist. What's that over there? Lying motionless in the mire, about 50 yards north of your present and unknown position, is a distorted wraith-like shadow with shabby tentacles jutting outward. Furtively, you lead your men towards the dark, ominous shadow, which, to your surprise, turns out to be nothing more than the festering remains of a huge carcase. While looking at the carcase, a lizard-like creature skitters past you and disappears into the mist. Save. Carcase. Carcase? I've not encountered that spelling of that word before, but it could be British. Carcase. Okay. I want to examine the carcase, even though, again, not supposed to. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's really well done. Look at those little pixely teeth. As you step over the carcase, you hear a sudden noise from the west. Whirling round, you gasp in horror as a four-headed hydra on large, ponderous, gnarled legs supporting a grotesquely sagging bulk steps slowly out of the mist. Those look horrifyingly cute. Look at its cute little teeth, like little pixel teeth. I like them. Hug Hydra. No. West. We're supposed to go west. Oh no, we're not supposed to go west. So this is the screen that I like. That's the little graphic I'm going to be cross-stitching next. Your men can only watch in horror as your delirious brain tells you to run directly into the many jaws of the Hydra. Your valiant effort ends here. Better luck next time, sucker. Yes, I want to play again. Load a save game, yes. Carcase. It told me to go west. And then attack. That's what it told me to do. But, okay, attack Hydra with sword. Okay, now I have to. Okay, attack Hydra. It's a Hydra. Oh, wow, this is different, isn't it? 30 yards west of the carcase, four horned and crusted heads loom suddenly up out of the mist. Bloomin' heck! Gasps Borgelius as he jumps back several feet. It's a Hydra. Attack Hydra with. Sword. Simultaneously, the four heads roar their defiance and launch themselves forward. Leaping to the side of a frightening jaw, you turn and viciously attack. As the living neck jerks itself backward with its head now hanging by a dozen muscular membranes, you charge forward with your men, hacking and slashing, until finally the exhausted monster collapses and dies. Hydra Chow. Yeah, they look like baby Lovecraftian horrors. I know, I didn't want to kill them, but I have to. It's them or me. It's them or me. Okay, great. Examine Hydra. One of the Hydra's heads is wearing spectacles. I've heard it all now. That's cute. Oh my god, it was a smart... Well, that doesn't say it's smart, but, you know, in cartoon logic says that that's the smart head. Oh, it had intelligence. The crystallized lenses of the glasses are irregularly shaped and have strange star-shaped holes in their center. Oh dear. Take spectacles. After clambering onto the body of the dead Hydra, you remove the spectacles and jump off. Examine them. Yeah, we already did that. Okay. Wear them. You're now wearing spectacles. Great. Okay. Wear them east. Okay, we saw that. Now we go southwest. While staring blankly into the thick wall of gray and leading your men forward, a terrifying bird-like scream echoes from above. For several seconds you watch the swirling clouds above, expecting them to violently crash apart as an unknown creature spears through to attack. Thankfully, nothing happens. A while later, from the southwest, you hear the scream again, but at a safer distance. Oh, nice, evil tentacle. I like the shades on Nancy there. I keep trying to like getting tempted to fall into some kind of accent. I just think it's the rhythm of the way the writing is done. It's very English somehow, and I'm trying not to fall into doing an accent or anything. I think I'm failing. Okay, right. Southwest, drop all. Southwest. With goose pimples rippling. See, I did it again. I can't help it. That face looks so demonic, like if the man had his soul corrupted by an evil force. It does. I don't think that's what they meant. With goose pimples rippling down your back, you turn and order your men to follow you southwest to where the shrill-like voice was last heard. You must be mad. After about 10 minutes walk through the thick slime and water, you come across a huge disfigured tree. From the top of the tree, you can hear a loud screeching and the thunderous sounds of flapping wings. For several anxious moments, you stared upward before finally listening to the mysterious bird fly off. Excellent. I'm gonna save because I don't know, this game, it's hard to trust the walkthrough because it's telling me I have to drop all my stuff and I don't want to. Why do I have to drop all my stuff? Drop all. Everything falls out of your hands, lands among the tree's protruding roots. It's actually really nice that that is a custom message for the fact that this tree has protruding roots. Drop all. Drop all. Ask Pagan for a knife. Okay, I like how these guys are like our little pack mules. Climb tree. Moments later, the men beneath you disappear into the mist. Higher and higher you climb until finally, as if stepping into a new world, the mist surrounding you opens out. Several feet above you is the bottom of what appears to be a huge nest measuring 15 to 20 feet across. Okay, oh look. From your new vantage point, you can see an exciting view of the grey sea wavering back and forth like an army of specters moving slowly across the plains. Also on the bark of the tree, somebody with a spray can? With a spray can. A medieval spray can. Has painted a message. But we don't know what the setting here. It could be like a tech fantasy kind of place. Read massage. To kill an earth element, say the word Mustalopiso. Mustalopiso. I hope that's not a dirty word or something, you guys, in some other language. Okay. Up. With one hand clutching the side of the nest, you swing your right leg up before pulling yourself in. You now stand within the nest. You can also see a large egg lying in the middle of the nest. Okay. Great. Examine egg. Painted on the side of the egg is a key, and the number is 666. This is great. This game is great. It has everything. Oh, well, the Real Canadian Raid says, as a kid I enjoyed the Wyndham Classic games in grade 7. I don't know those ones. Wyndham Classic games. Wyndham. Windham. Spell that correct. Windham Classic games. For the Commodore 64. Nice. Does this remind you of those? Or I'm gonna need to look at those. This is a funny egg. Examine nest. Near a pile of dried leaves, to the left of the giant egg, you can see a small silver figurine. I want to... Okay, so actually we can do this. Take figurine and examine it. Very similar. Nice. This is great. I love this. Okay. You now have a pretty posh silver figurine to add to the other junk you've collected. Written on the base of the figurine, which depicts an evil wraith, are the curious words Guardian of the Bloodstone. Okay. Drop figurine. Well, I mean, who would think that you'd want to drop it, but we're supposed to. Wait? Yeah, waiting is a thing in this. After several minutes of sitting around and doing nothing, you notice a tiny object rapidly approaching from the south. As you watch it, it takes the outline of a giant morag. Any guess? Like, what's a morag? Is that a commonly known creature? You also like Uninvited. That sounds familiar. Uninvited sounds familiar. Like Wizard of Oz, Swiss Family Robinson, Treasure Island. Oh, that's cool. I like how they like made them on the classics. Anyone know what a morag is? Never heard of morag. It's a cute name. It's cute. I want one. It isn't really. Look at its little legs. I thought morag was just a person's name. Wait. Finally, with a raucous cry, the giant morag, the giant adorable morag, flattens its wings and swoops down toward you. Breath bursts out of your lungs as the sharp talons throw you violently against the inside edge of the nest, where the blackness and vivid stars whirling before your eyes. You groggily pull yourself to your feet. Clutched in its left claw is a candle. Attack. We have to attack it. I'm sorry, Sepsi. I'm sorry. Attack Morag with knife. Oh, okay. Oh, Sepsi says apparently Morag is another nickname for Loch Ness Monster. Well, I guess a little one. Okay. BMD nerds. So the folks who made Deja Vu 1 and 2 made Uninvited, I believe. Okay, then I don't think I've played it after all. Deja Vu. It is also Scottish for Sarah. Interesting. Yeah, I thought it was just somebody's name, because I think I've read someone, like a human person's name, and it was Morag. But it's Sarah. That doesn't, yeah. I thought maybe Margaret or something. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sepsi. Oh. As the bird's razor-sharp talons spring forward, you leap to one side, and in one swift blow, stab with your knife. With a loud clatter, the blade strikes the beak, then slips and cuts deeply into the soft tissue of its shoulder. Reversing your grip, you slice through its leg, and as the morag topples forward, you end its life with a sickening gash to the head. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's not much of a knife, is it? It looks like a cheese knife or something. You know, I don't know, for some reason, I was thinking like some of them have that hole in the middle. Speaking of cheese. Okay. Upon dying, the morag drops a candle which was held in its left claw. Can I examine the morag now? Dead morag is covered in blood. Yeah, that was us. Take candle. And examine it. I know! I'm so sorry. Graphic text descriptions. Real Canadian Raids, thank you so much for the raid. Have a wonderful, night, I suppose. I suppose, you're in Canada somewhere, so I'm supposing it's also a night for you. Good to see you. Good luck with your projects, and happy Crimson Tuesday, and have a good week, and maybe see you again sometime. Candle's about 6 inches in length. Nice. Okay. Down. With both hands holding onto a branch that juts awkwardly from the main trunk, you swing down from the nest to another 3 to 4 feet below. Halfway down the tree, you stop for a short rest. Several feet above you is the bottom of what looks to be a huge nest, measuring 15 to 20 feet across. Down. Great. We got there. Give candle to Pagan. That's all I can carry, he sighs as he takes the candle. Fine, take all. I'm gonna take all. Take everything. Save. I don't know, Pagan. Okay. Alright, this is going well. Yeah, I'm gonna, because I did start like half an hour late, I guess I'll go to midnight or whatever, and then we'll look for someone to raid. This just looks like a black shirt, which is kind of cool. Okay. We're not gonna, I don't know if we're gonna finish this. Maybe, there's a lot of directions I have to do. Southeast. After an hour of walking through the endless gloom, the abruptness of the mist dispersing slightly catches you by surprise. Actually, why don't we should actually look at the map here. We'll look at the map after we finish this. Through the thinner mist, you can see the lake's bank, which, having climbed, you find a path that several yards to your left arrives at a two-way junction. Now that the excitement's over, which way now? Asks DeVille dejectedly, as he follows you to the junction. With two choices, you answer south and northeast. Yeah, let's look at the map. Oh, look at that. Look. Oh, I like that. Oh, look, it's like scattered showers and stuff. That's nice. Really nice. Okay. south, southeast, north, northeast. Okay, 5 minutes walk from the junction. Borgelius, who recently took the lead, slows to a halt and quietly calls you over. About 50 yards up the path, he whispers. Can you see it? Look. About 40 yards northeast. 40 yards? 40 yards northeast of you. You can see the vague, shadowy outline of something on the path. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why I would do this. Okay, and northeast. Let's go northeast. 3 to 4 yards down the path, and seconds after hearing a high-pitched whining, something suddenly grabs your ankle. Ah, you scream as you pull your foot free and jump back. Something just grab. Your words are instantly cut short as you watch a dozen hideously grotesque bodies of mud. Wait. Your words are instantly cut short as you watch a dozen hideously grotesque bodies of mud pull themselves slowly out of the path. As the disfigured... Oh, look at them. As the disfigured creatures rise to their full height, they begin to change into mud beasts. Having finalized their transformation, they now amble menacingly towards you and your men. Attack of them. Look at them. Attack of the Mudmen. I like them. See, this I don't know, because, I mean, we've been playing this, and I don't know why I'd need to do this, but apparently... Hold on, let's save. Mudmen. Because I want to see what would happen if, you know, if I tried to do other things besides the thing that I don't understand I have to do. Talk to Mudmen. Oh, talk to... What are they called? Talk to Mud Beasts? Although you try to talk, the mud beasts rudely ignore you. Hug mud beasts. You can't do that to the mud beasts. Mud beasts. Examine mud beasts. They're a filthy bunch of so-and-sos. Okay. Kiss mud beasts. If you try to give them a kiss, you'll only get your face dirty. Shake hands. Shake hands with mud beasts. Oh, look at that! The mud beast shakes your hand. Apparently peace is an option, Sefsi. Great! We smile at mud beasts. So this is what I mean by the writing. A huge smirk spreads across your face. I'm not meaning to smirk. I meant a genuine smile. I don't know what to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. What am I, some of my, okay. What if I give something? Hold on, let's check inventory. We probably, yeah, we don't want to do this, but give helmet to mud beasts? Maybe we can become friends. The bronze helmet is of no use to the mud beasts. Try talking to them again. Give them some of that fruba. Fruba. I think I drank all the fruba and then I dropped the bottle. Give spectacles to Mudmen. Okay, let's talk to Mudmen again. Speak a little louder. Due to the high-pitched whining, I can't hear you. Okay. Shout to Mudmen. Put a cork in it. I'm not deaf. Mud beasts. Okay, shout to... I did that wrong. Mud beasts. The mud beasts tell you to shut up. Okay, I'm just gonna load it because I don't know about the turn-based thing. I don't want to starve to death. I'm still scared of that. I'll just do what they tell us to do. Say mustle. I don't know why I'm saying this. Speak a little louder. Okay, shout mustle. They weren't even attacking. As you shout the strange word, the attacking mud beasts stop and begin to agonizingly shriek, as if being horribly tortured. Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Finally, after several ear-shattering seconds, they dissolve into the mud, into the path. All that's left now are a dozen piles of mud. Rude. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't even know how I know that word. Examine mud. Examine mud. Ow. They weren't even evil. We shook hands with them. Oh. Northeast. Cautiously, you lead your men towards the ominous shadow, which, to your surprise, turns out to be nothing more than a deserted wagon. Alongside the wagon is a signpost. What's that over there? Asks Deville, pointing to your left. After walking past the wagon, you find lying in the mud, along the embankment, the skeletal remains of a human and a horse. Near the signpost is a wagon. Read sign. Okay. Northeast of the keep, southwest of the swamps. Cool. Examine skeleton. I like how it's green. The skeleton, who's wearing the tatty remains of an old dress, has a bottle of holy water held tightly in his left hand. I don't know how we know it's holy water, but anyway. That's fine. That's good. It's like in what's it called? Personal nightmare. Take bottle of holy water and examine it. Fingerbones snap as you pull them apart to remove the bottle. Grave robber. The blue bottle, which is labeled holy. Okay, it's labeled holy. It's full of holy water. Well, you assume. I don't know. Yeah, get away from the skeleton is made of uranium. Yeah, we're gonna, like, that's why the candle is gonna turn green and then lose its wick. Yeah, and then go down really fast. Examine horse. Okay, I guess they didn't want to draw a dead horse. Strapped around the horse's body is a leather harness. Take harness. Take harness. Harmless. You cannot carry any... What? Inventory. Hunting knife, a heavy broadsword, unlit torch, heavy rope, and a bottle of... Uh-oh. I am wearing the spectacles, right? Spectacles. Yeah. Oh no. Take harness. Oh no, so examine horse. We don't have to take the horse. Okay, we don't need the harness. Never mind. Examine wagon. Attached to the inside panel of the wagon are 12 iron manacles. Push. Wagon. Okay, hold on. I'm going to save it because I'm not sure if this is the right move. Yeah, convenient label. Yeah, exactly. Trash gutter. I'm happy Crimson Tuesday, by the way. Yes, exactly. Low part panda, that's exactly my point. It says holy on the water. It could just be bottled tap water. It could be holy brand tap water. You know? I don't know. Maybe in this land that there's truth in advertising. Holy Springs, exactly. It's Holy Springs tap water. Or maybe it's her bottle. The dead woman's name is Holy. Anyway, so we gotta push the wagon, but I don't know if we're supposed to push the wagon northeast or push the wagon and then go northeast. Okay. Okay, okay. That worked. We can push stuff in directions. With help from Deville and Bilar, you push the wagon northeast along the path. Roughly 20 minutes walk from the signpost, you arrive at the front entrance of a keep. This game is so weird because it's so specific of how long everything takes to get to places, and I don't think it was necessary. The keep's monstrous outer wall is constructed from great blocks of stone that have been welded together with mortar. The walls have been smoothed down to prevent scaling. Yes, holy bottled water, Batman. Cool. Okay. Look. Above the keep's front entrance, you see the numbers 6.6.6. The sign of the devil. The sign of the devil. Examine door. From the look of the hinges set into the stone, the wooden doors which you now find are locked must be at least a foot thick. Cool. Unlock door with key. Gold key does not fit. This is amazing. This is the first time we're doing this in this game, but we can push objects in a direction. Push wagon northwest. With Bilar helping you push the wagon northwest along the path which runs parallel to the keep's outer wall. After reaching the corner of the keep, the path swings around and continues northeast. Several feet above you is a window. In front of the window are a pair of closed wooden shutters. It's a funny shade of gold. We only have one yellow, so we're gonna have to make do. We're supposed to climb wagon. While your men wait for you on the path, you climb the back of the wagon. Open window. Oh, your outstretched fingers are about 3 feet below the window ledge. Hold on a minute, shouts Balar as he climbs into the wagon. Bend down and let me stand on your shoulders. Having opened the shutters, he jumps down and climbs out of the wagon. Simple, he smiles. Cool. Out. Push wagon southeast. Push wagon southeast. Okay, this looks easy, laughs Pagan as he barges past you and with all his strength pushes the wagon down the path. I like how we all traded off pushing the wagon. Unfortunately, as he nears the keep's front entrance, he forgets to stop it. Helplessly, you watch it roll off the path and into the mud, where it sinks midway into the soft mud. The keep's monstrous outer wall is constructed from great okay, we did that. Okay. Okay, northwest. Okay, so this is that window. Throw rope at window. Easy, you shout as the grappling hook with the rope attached disappears through the open door and hooks onto the ledge. These guys are such bros. It's kind of great. They're all always like smirking and boasting. Throw rope at window. Okay, take hook. Oh, I have to climb? Oh. Up. Having ascended the rope and clambered through the open window, you find yourself standing at the bottom of a northeasterly passage with a doorway to your right. During the following few minutes, your men, one by one, join you. Okay. Take hook. Having untied the hook, you now watch as the rope falls down and lands on the path outside. What? Oh, you know what? I think someone just copied and pasted the same thing too many times, because now we can't take the rope. Right. Okay, so I gotta load. Wagon. This is where we were last? Yeah, someone just... There's a typo on this. Push. Oh, I gotta read the signpost again. Did I not do this? Okay, we did take the holy water. Sorry. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we just have to push the wagon. Oh, push wagon northeast. Push wagon northeast. Sorry for repetition, but typo. I don't unlock door with key. Okay, we know that. Okay, push wagon northwest. Great. Climb in wagon. Open window. Yes, thank you for that. Out. Push wagon southeast. Dummy Pagan sinks our wagon. Oh, whoops. Oh my gosh, I messed up again. Oops. Okay, my last command has been reversed. That's a really nice thing that you can do. Oh no, I did do that right. Okay, push wagon southeast. Okay, great. Did that. Northwest. Throw rope at window. What? 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 Throw rope at window. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can fail? Watch what you're doing, shouts Borgelius as he angrily jumps under your way of the swinging rope. The grappling hook disappears through the window. As you test pull it, though, it reappears and falls into your open arms. Fine. I think that's the first time that happened. Oh my gosh. Now, why is this happening? Tie hook to rope. Throw rope at window. Okay, now it's easy. Yeah, now I'm saying it's easy. That's weird. Okay. Up. Okay, percent. 55. Save. Hook. Oh boy. Okay, great. Open window, tie rope, throw rope at window. Okay, drop all. Ask Deville for brass key, then drop it. Okay. Those compound commands are really nice. Okay. Ask Cornelius for bronze key. Wait, I think... Why is this happening? This feels like... Oh, bronze key. It's a different key. Drop. Bronzy. Bronze key. Okay. Take rope. Give it to Cornelius. Great. This is fun, isn't it? All the inventory management. Take sword, bottle, and torch. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. We're not going to finish this game today, but we're at 55%. Northeast. Actually, let's look. Door shut. Northeast. At the end of the passage in the southeast wall, you find a stairway descending to the ground floor. Down. At the end of the passage in the southeast wall... Oh, okay, wait. At the bottom of the stone stairway, you enter a short passage that turns abruptly southwest. I don't know how anyone ever finished this game. Someone in chat did say they had played this when they were young. Southwest? Oh, southwest. Okay. Great. Southwest as well. There's no northwest. There's no northwest. Oh no. Hold on. Ugh, this game. I think my brain is dead. I think my brain is dead. This is fine. That's a good place to end. I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, there's a lot of... Because not only do you have your own limited inventory, but you have your dudes that can also carry stuff, and then you have to... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's so much left to go. There's so much left to go. It's okay. Oh my gosh, this game. Okay, it's great. I still think it's a good game. I don't know if I'd recommend you play it, but here's the link again. Here's the link again. Yes, I mean, yes, this is actually, you're right. We finally made it to Satan's Castle, which feels like endgame, but honestly, oh my gosh, there's so many more paragraphs to go. The paragraphs, like you can see how, okay, you know what? Okay. Okay, can you see these? This is like a wall of text. This is how far we've gone through this. Okay? There's so much. There's so much. There's so much. So my eyes kind of like, they lose focus after a while when I'm looking at that. And yeah, and just a step-by-step command. And if you get out of step with the commands, then you're a goner, right? So we've got it at hook. That's a good stopping point. Oh gosh. Yeah, oh, 55%. I'm gonna feel so happy when we're finished with this game. The UI is great, the design is great. Oh my gosh, I just wish it was, more fun. Okay. Let's look for someone to raid. Happy Crimson Tuesday, everybody. Thank you so much for playing, brain dying. Happy so much. Happy so much for coming. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Have a good rest of your week. Mr. Dave Lister, good to see you. Next week, we'll see. We'll see if there's a Dan. I feel like Dan is unlikely for next week. But something will happen next week, and we'll be on time next week, starting at 8 p.m. as usual. For Crimson Tuesday, it will most likely be an art stream. We're going to continue adding the nice texture and the light and the shadow, and we'll get into some dithering, all the fun stuff, just making the room looking its very best. And then we will finish off the night with more Legend of the Sword, which is fine, right? It's pretty good. It's good times. Yes, adios, Sepsi, Goman-sama, Evil Tentacle. Yes, Jesse Jeffy, happy being happy coming to thing. That's what we're all about here. Yeah, I'm gonna open up my Twitch real quick and see what we have tonight. Evil Tentacle says Tawajia is playing King's Quest 4. That's a possibility. Of course, the first thing I always do when looking for someone to raid is anyone playing the Crimson Diamond? That's the number one thing. No one's playing the Crimson Diamond. No one is playing the Crimson Diamond right now. We'll look for the Colonel's Bequest. That's the other thing we always look for, just in case someone is. Belkun, thank you so much for being here. Happy Crimson Tuesday. No one is playing Colonel's Bequest. So let me look here. Okay. Robot Spacer is playing Enclosure 3D, which I am kind of into. But we do tend to raid Robot Spacer quite a lot. And I do really like King's Quest 4 being, of course, an EGA text parser adventure game with a female protagonist, no less. That's I think the one. I think that's the one. It checks a lot of my boxes. Cosmic43, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on releasing yet another game. How many games have you even released by now? It has to be at least half a dozen, right? Yeah, I mean, there's the 3 Tachyon Dreams games. There is Corruption Within and Blood Nova, that's 5. And then this new game, right? That's 6. You're a machine, not a machine. I wouldn't say machine now because AI is just kind of made that a bad word. I wasn't say dynamo, but a dynamo is a kind of a machine. You're awesome. You're awesome. Game Dev Jeff, thank you for being here as well. And also, yes, Evil Tentacle, for sure, we're going to be, and I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing that right, Tawajia. We're definitely going to be raiding Tawajia. I should set that up now. Okay, 3 Tachyon Dreams, Warp Cinema, Elsewhere in the Night. Okay. Corruption Within, Blood Nova, Void. Okay, that's 8. Oh my goodness. Cosmic Void, yeah, amazing. Amazing. Congratulations once more on your successful kickstarted Twilight Oracle. And, yeah, Elsewhere in the, Warp Cinema. Congratulations on your game launch. It's fantastic. I need to learn a few things about finishing a game from you. Let's set this up to raid Tawajia, who is playing the lovely King's Quest. Lovely King's Quest 4, which has a day and night as well, which is something else I kind of took a page out of in my game. Okay, there we go. Okay, Tawajia. Have a wonderful night, Evil Tentacle. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you so much to everyone for being here. You guys are amazing. I always look forward Um, no, I don't want to exit. What's happening? Okay. Yeah, I always look forward to streaming on Tuesdays. It's just so nice to hang out with you folks. It's always a good chat and a good time. Yeah, it looks like everyone's there, so we're gonna head on over there. I will see you over in Tawajia's stream. Happy Crimson Good Tuesday. And yeah, have a happy June, I guess. Oh. Okay, that can't be helped. Okay, going over there now and see you there. Okay.